We'll start off over in the Magister's Market, where the two of you had been going with each other to figure out just what's happening, what you want to see, what you want to do, and more importantly, you recognize that the entryway to one of these leads to one of the stages. With that, the game is unpaused.
Well, there he goes on patrol.
He's resetting his patrol. He does that.
I think if I remember correctly, I wanted to check the building over here because it looks important, and they are. Well, at least he is trying to get information on the Festival of the Bales and what's going on. And on that note, Zurg, would you be so kind as to copy the very beautiful song that you sang to us last session in the chat of the Pierce Hearts, please?
The song that I sang last time?
Yes, please. Because that has information, and I forgot to put it in my notes because you were just
Dang.
so much.
Unfortunately, you should have taken notes.
So
Whoopsies. Sorry, can't sing it again. Oh no. Oh jeez. Oh darn.
No. Copy the fucking text, please.
You'll have to look at the VOD, I guess. Oh darn.
This is what you get for asking nicely. I'm gonna be more demanding. Just give me the fucking lyric, please.
The rundown of it was basically the Festival of the Veils happens every 100 years. Take note of that for what the current year is, and that is to celebrate 4 specific things for the Veil Lords. Here, let me pull it up. Scrolling. 1, their neutrality with each other. No matter how the people act, the Veil Lords will not tip the scales in their own favor. Their help in creating society. Before the Veil Lords, there was no society, there was no unity. The Veil Lords brought the people together and raised them above the common animal. Their safety provides their people through their mask's power, aka the Veils, celebrating the Veils itself. And their overwhelming sense of progress. The Veil Lords want people to grow, and this celebrates those advancements made since the last festival, where each country can show off the biggest things they've changed since the last festival. Those are the big 4 things about the Festival of the Veils.
Okay, thank you. And I was going to ask, would Duaz be able to remember if there was a Festival of the Veils back in his day?
No.
There was no Festival of the Veils back in his day.
There was no Festival of the Veils back in your day.
Okay. Writing that down. Thank you very much.
What was your day? 212?
Bro, yeah, thousands of years ago, man. Thousands of years ago. It's been at least 10.
Duoth, your day, actually, if you want to do a history check, because of one of the other campaigns, we can actually solidify when things happen.
Okay.
Duoth, the last year you remember was the year 58.
Is this AD or BC?
58.
Before Chalupa or after these?
Oh no.
58.
Okay. You're 58. So I do a history check, right?
For what?
Oh, I don't know. You told me I could do a history check for something.
No, he was saying you could do a history check to see when your last memory of year was, but he just gave it to you.
I was just saying you can do it, we can go into your history and no check required. Yeah. Sorry if I misspoke.
Okay.
Because of because of a concurrent campaign happening, we know exactly what year Duoth last saw.
Wow. Shit, man. After that, okay.
Yeah, now instead of just saying thousands of years, you can be like, actually...
I was around when the years was in the double digits.
And you were probably 20 or 30 when you saw the last year 58, so you were close to the single digits of the start of time.
Yeah, so it's like 5,374 years have passed.
Damn.
Wow, that's like 50 plus fast. Okay, never mind. Holy shit. When you put it that way, yeah, you're making me feel. Yeah, he wants to check this building because it looks important. It used to be a government building, according to people in the market, and see what's like on their side. Because I mentioned that was a capital.
As you approach, one of the guards looks over and goes, "Excuse me? This is towards the stage of the spoken word. Are you? Is this where you're headed? Do you have a ticket?"
No, I do not have a ticket.
Then I'll have to ask you to back away, please, sir. Unless you'd like to buy a ticket.
Is there anything going on currently?
There's a performance going on. Someone's reciting some kind of poem or another.
How much would a ticket be?
Stage of the spoken word. Looks over at his friend. How much do you think today's performance is worth? I don't know. The guy's kind of unknown. I'd say 2 IP. 2 IP.
Oh my god.
I have exactly 2 IP.
Perfect.
But how much does Calliope have?
I don't know, man. Do you have IP, Calliope?
Are you gonna split the
I have
party?
1 IP.
Are you gonna split the party?
I have a singular IP.
Oh my
Split the
god.
party.
No.
We'll be efficient today, they say.
No,
Hey,
okay,
it's not me
listen.
this time. It's not me.
Can't you like, I don't know, go invisible or something? Be sneaky about it?
Right, you're right.
Yeah, you're wrong, dude. I'm the one who does not hide because I can't.
Meanwhile, I was waiting at the meeting spot like, where are these guys?
I'm gathering information or whatever. Trying to be good.
Trying to gather information or whatever.
Erased
man.
or whatever. It's not like I like you or anything.
Vaga. It's not like I'm trying to learn or anything. Duoff, do you hand over 2 IP to buy a ticket?
Oh, yes.
Okay, go ahead and subtract 2 IP and you get a ticket to the stage of the spoken word. Calliope, what is your plan?
She looks over, goes, would you take ideas? Can I exchange ideas with you for more IP, or?
What kind of idea are you thinking of?
Give me a second, and she sits there thinking of an idea.
We're in a pitch session. Oh, jeez.
Hang on, I have a list.
We have a list.
They always have a list.
Anyway, Calliope looks and goes, okay, what about like using like pools of water that are like enchanted, right? And you can talk into them like you would like a link pearl, but you can actually see the person you're talking to through like the little pool of water. I'm thinking in call it.
Wait.
Yeah, call it like
See?
FaceTime.
See the person.
Face pool.
Face pool. Yeah.
Face pool. And you say you could see the person and talk to them? You don't have to choose one or the other?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Oh. Wait. Joe, that's kind of big. We could like actually do something with that. Yeah. You know, that's a really pretty good idea. We can do something with that. As long as like, I mean, you don't even need the product to last, because if you make it like a one-time use, then we can get it like maybe on a subscription-based model, where like we send them so many per month with the Thoughtsmiths. Yeah. Okay. That idea is pretty nice. Yeah, I'll. How does 10 IP sound for that?
That sounds great.
No, you're being scammed.
If only someone was there to show them the error of their ways.
I know. Oh my god.
They hold out their hand and go, hey, do we have a deal then? 10 IP and I'll take that idea and make it a reality.
Sure, and she'll shake his hand.
You're
As that
being
happens-
scammed, I yell as I get pulled into the asylum.
Get pulled in the asylum. They're getting scammed. As you shake the guard's hand, sparks fly from your eyes. They swirl around your head like a halo before diving into the left arm. Your tattoo glows with an etheric bright light as it runs the course of your veins down to your fingertips into the guard's arm and up into his head. You have lost the idea for pool or face pool, but you have gained 10 IP, and so you can now have a total of 11 IP. The guard then holds out his hand and goes, "Now, would you like to buy a ticket for 2 IP?"
She hands over the 2 IP and goes, yes, I would.
All right, you now have 9 IP.
Wow.
9 more than I had.
Getting scammed.
The idea of a molcajete and salsa made 10,000 IP.
Yes, each.
Calliope sold it for 10. Not 10K. 10.
10. Welcome to the fact that money means nothing. Welcome to the
I
actual
feel-
for this campaign.
I feel like I'm watching her walk into the acid pool all over again.
The
Yes.
guard hands you your ticket and he steps to the side. If you would like to both enter into the stage of the spoken word.
Yes.
Yes, please.
All right. As you enter into the stage of the spoken word, we're going to take a quick cut for a second. Luna, do you know where Awa was last?
I think I was waiting for them at the meetup spot.
Where was the meetup spot?
That's a great idea. I think it was in front
It
of
was at in front
It
of
was
the.
in front of it. Right of immigration.
Yeah.
Oh, right in front of
Right.
immigration?
Yeah, right outside the docks. That's where we said we would meet.
Okay. Then that would put you right here outside the docks.
Tap, tap, foot. Tap, tap. Look at watch.
You
Has
come
no
here.
watch.
you kind of watch the sun just going past the mountains for a second. You're like, man, the sun keeps moving a lot faster when you're higher up. It's about to the point that an entire hour passes, and they still haven't arrived back. Do you stay there?
I'm looking at the mountain. I was looking at the mountain. It's like, wow. That mountain reminds me of a big lug that should be here.
Oops.
Checks wrist. There's no watch.
We'll be back.
I don't know how to tell
soon,
time.
Maybe. I don't know.
Where are they? I think God, they went into this market. Oh God, what if they got kidnapped? Yeah, or let's rejoin the party.
Okay, you head off to try and find the rest of the party. You see before
I
you,
want to go to the other stage.
you have 5 different paths in front of you. You have
What?
actually, technically 6,
Oh
God.
man.
if you're counting the one that you just came from, but we're gonna give you 5.
Okay.
With these 5 paths, just a second. There we go. I had to not give someone 10,000 IP. You see before you a path. You see before you a path that heads off to the northwest, a path that heads off to the northeast, to the southeast, to the southwest, and then finally to the straight north. Which path would you like to go?
Awa holds up their hands.
Or I'm sorry, straight south, straight south. You came from the straight north.
Okay, Awa holds up their hands. It's like, all right, this is an L. This is left, I think. We're going southwest.
Southwest. Okay, perfect. You find yourself at a stage with large explosions going off. It's nighttime
here.
in this picture, but imagine it as daytime. In this case, it's kind of like daylight fireworks. Whereas before the explosions of war and battle that you've seen previously in the past, here it seems to be explosions of celebration, jubilation, and joy. People are gathering around each other, laughing about the things that have happened inside. And there seem to be a couple of guards either handing out tickets or taking tickets as people enter.
Handing out
Feel
tickets.
free
What
to
are
roll
they?
me a perception if you're looking for Duoth and Calliope.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll find my sheet. Eventually.
Eventually.
Believe in you.
Okay. Perception?
Yeah.
Come on, baby. First roll. Oh, yeah. Let's
Nice!
go.
A dirty 20, okay. With a dirty 20, you know that they are definitely not here.
But are there two other people that I might know and overhear?
At this time, no.
Oh, no.
Or actually,
Okay.
wait. You would see someone that you know. Because you would see, next to the staircase, this person.
Fuck.
Hanging around the staircase, kind of their hat down. They lift their hat for a moment as they're scanning the crowd as they go, oh, hey there. I didn't think you'd be an Armagh.
I didn't think you'd be an Armagh. What are you doing here?
The task changed. I kind of left my former employer, didn't really like what they were up to. Found myself on the way here for something else.
The
Freedom Force
TM,
really
can I
just
have a-
wasn't it for me.
Oh, okay, thank God. Oh, that's. Was it the raising of the dead, or was it the pillaging of cities?
The pillaging of cities. Raising the dead's fine.
Oh. I reach out my hand for a handshake.
He reaches out his hand and goes, sure. Nice to meet you again.
I clasp it. I'm like, raising the dead is fine.
Yeah. Raising the dead is fine as
Raising the
long
dead
as
is okay.
there's consent.
Calliope says in the background.
It's like just the standing emoji. Calliope in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. Well, but what brought you here to Armagh itself, then?
You and your troop of friends actually kind of put me onto everything. Going on with some tasks that were, or some creatures, probably shouldn't say their name out here in public, but some creatures that probably weren't the best for everything. Past the pillaging and everything, I heard wind from some of the Freedom Force that they aim to help that side in exchange for more forces to clear out Canacleth, and I want to try and take out the reinforcements before they can arrive, so to speak. I heard Percival would
Fantastic.
be around at one of these stages.
The back of like the hair. No, if I were a Ghibli character, I feel like they would
the
do
hair
that shit
standing
like
up thing?
yeah, like like the cat getting prickly.
Yeah. Like the slow build up from the bottom up where it goes like and then like
Yeah.
yeah.
And Our puts their neck, or their hand on the back of their neck to kind of smooth it over as if that was going to work. I'm glad that you're on our side. Then I see that our goals align. Our troop is helping another crew who's been accumulating their own force for that.
That's good to know. I hope
Yeah.
whatever your plans are, that they can succeed. I'm kind of taking it on my own at the moment, but it's good to know that there's friends in the city. The festival's tomorrow, and if anything goes awry, I'll try and make sure that I can keep you guys safe.
Yeah. You know, Russell, 2 questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
One, how compliant do you think the people are with the plans that these Veil or these leaders have in store for them without them knowing? And then 2, and Owl leans in to whisper, have you heard anything about dragons appearing other than? And they make a little face, kind of mean.
Their eyebrow cocks for a second, and they go, what are you implying?
Which question?
Let's deal on the second one first, for maybe the creature that hasn't existed in over 1,000 years.
That is what I thought too, but then
And just last week, one appears in Canucleth, razing entire towns. And now you're pointing at yourself when you're saying?
No,
when you're talking about
that
him?
wasn't. No, that wasn't me. That's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, if that exists now, are there more?
That is what I'm more afraid of. These hydras, you can see kind of like it burted out of him, and he tried to hold it back as soon as he said, he's like, these other creatures you've been dealing with.
Hydranians, Hydralias, the flowers.
The
Hycants.
We try and hydrate ourselves, but it's whatever they can deal with, or whatever damage they can do is horrible, absolutely. But in their case, someone still needs to be left to feed off of. With dragons, entire civilizations can just blink out within a week. I'm much more terrified of the dragon in Canucleth rearing its head and coming northwards. Or worse, just entirely taking Canucleth off the map. Doesn't matter if you can't remember it if every trace of it has been taken off of the map. There's a lot worse with that, and I was hoping that I'd find some more answers here in the north. After this current task, I'm trying to head over to, the Asharian Theocracy. The great library over there should have answers on what's actually happening, or if there are any other sightings.
That I've been trying to find information everywhere in like fables and in books, just to know more about what they are and what we're dealing with, but it's so difficult. It's as if the information's been scrubbed.
It has. Any information relating to anything deemed a threat to society, whether physical, mental, societal, whatever, it's always taken by the priests of the Veil, brought to the great library within the Asharian Theocracy. All forbidden information is in there, and with the right clearance, you can still see it. If you're looking for more evidence on the dragons, that's where you want to go.
Okay. In the Great Library in the Asharian Theocracy, right, TM?
Mm-hmm. The Asharian Theocracy, Great Library.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And then circling back to the first question, do you think the people here are compliant with the plans of these greater, or these leaders in charge?
What do you mean by the people?
Like
do you mean the normal citizens?
Yes, the normal citizens. Do you think they'd be behind it, or because you turned, you didn't like it, you didn't agree with it, but
I have enough experience going out in the world, meeting different people, trying different things, and keeping an open mind. Most people, I'm sure you've met them here in Armagh itself, when this is the only place you've lived, or if this is the only place you've been, the only people you've met, you get inside your own bubble. It becomes an echo chamber. Whatever someone says within here, everyone will just agree with, move along with, because why would they care about those other people? Why would they think those other people have different thoughts, emotions, or in some cases, if they're even people?
true. Since when have the rich cared about the struggles of the lesser?
And in the same case, since when have the poor ever cared about the rich?
Except for dinner.
That's a good one. You can see Russell kind of like, he was tightened up during that conversation. It was getting like a little bit heavy. That joke definitely like put a weight off his shoulders. You see him like loosen back a little bit and lean against the dragon statue outside the stage. He doesn't talk about this kind of stuff often, and so you trying to like peel back all of that has helped him open up a little bit.
Do I see in like my head your ranking of your bond has improved, and it goes from like 1 to
The
Social
Sims,
rank
the Sims
up.
symbol.
social rank up. The cowboy tarot has now increased.
The cowboy tarot. Or it's like metaphor where just like a giant opera singer starts going, oh, and you're like, whoa, okay.
I
Made
can
a
now.
friend.
I can now dual wield 2 guns. Pew pew pew.
2 guns. I want to run a campaign. You know what? After this one, maybe there's like a Persona-like campaign where it's like there's very specific friends you can make, and depending on what friends you make, that's how you level up. That'd be cool.
That's cool.
I could do something.
What's
like
that? I'm hearing an inspiration.
No.
What do you
you're
mean?
not.
You literally came up with it right now because I mentioned it.
Awa, you have an inspiration still. You can't get
Let me
another
stack!
one.
Let me stack! I have
The
2
game
hands!
the game itself doesn't let you stack, Awa. You have to use
Okay,
what you
it's
have.
called
You're
a
not allowed to
homebrew.
hoard
It's
everything.
a homebrew! It's called a homebrew! You need ingredients! Let me have my 2 ingredients! My 2 inspirations.
You have an inspiration. Use the inspiration, I'll give you another one after.
Okay. Promise?
When you do another thing, you have good ideas. Just use the inspiration first. I gave you a tool, use the tool.
Okay. I rolled to start combat. Alright, let's go. No.
Russell's like, what? I thought we were friends. And you're like, don't worry, it's not for you, I'm fighting God.
Now I'll really get wheeled away in the asylum.
He's out there. He doesn't give me inspiration.
He's all seeing. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you're asleep. Okay.
But he is open up with you. He has told you about where you could find more information about dragons. But at that moment, he kind of like looks around and goes, "But you're where are your friends? I remember them, so not the worst has happened. But where are they?"
Awa throws their hands up in the air like, I should have put like some little tracker on them to know where they are because we were supposed to meet. You know, your guess is as good as mine. I am just trying to see if now they've gotten themselves into something because we agreed to meet up and they weren't there. And usually one is very good on time and punctual, probably. I actually don't know.
Wow.
You're kind of just guessing.
Yes. You know what? I'm just judging, really.
Okay. You know that being on the road, that's a valuable skill. So I understand why you've trained that muscle. But if they're not here, then maybe one of the other stages could be where they're at?
Yeah, this one's what, the stage of performance?
The stage of performance, yeah. This is where live unscripted acts happen. I heard that tomorrow there's supposed to be some big show. Don't know what it's about really yet. But I'm still keeping an eye out because I think Percival might be around. I'm staying on the hot foot.
Yeah, I think it DM.
Uh-huh.
It was... Eldhelm said that the Veil Lords attend these, right?
Yes.
Okay, I share that with Russell. It's like, yeah, I heard one of the, I think, performers told me that the Veil Lords attend these, so they're bound to be at the stage. Which one's the biggest stage?
The stage of song, from what I've gathered.
You know what? And I would like hazard tickets. I think we could do something.
Yeah?
I don't know what yet, but I have tickets for the stage of song.
You have tickets for the stage of song? Aren't those supposed to be like things you get
Sold
months
out?
in advance?
I'm imagining a little rope keychain on it and twirls it around their finger. Like, yeah, some people have a little more skill at gathering resources than you'd think.
It's canonical that your voice went up that high as you're saying this.
No! I'm cool!
I'm cool! Russell nods his head and goes, that's really impressive that you're able to get that. If I can't get in the stage of song and you happen to see the shot, take it.
Awa nods. Inside, they're terrified. Taking a shot at a Veil Lord is fucking scary.
It's very important to note that he's saying personal.
Oh, okay. Oh, absolutely.
He is not trying to kill the Veil Lords. He just wants personal dead.
Okay.
Honestly, valid, me too.
Yeah, you got it.
All right. Well, don't let me keep you too long. You find your friends out there, okay?
All right.
Because the stage of song is so hard to get into, I doubt they're over there. So you only have 3 other stages to really look at.
All right. I guess I better pick up my boots.
And he kind of takes his head down and goes over near the entrance. You can see he's like scanning the crowd back to his work.
Yeah, Awa puts their hands on their hips and watches Russell go. And as soon as he's like gone, and there's enough people that obviously he wouldn't be able to hear Awa. Awa goes like, God, he's so fucking cool.
God, he's so cool. Oh, jeez.
Living the best cowboy dream.
Now that he's gone, though, you have an option to go to some other stages. Would you like to try and find your way to one of the stages?
Yeah.
What are you feeling? We'll say that you've come back and you see yourself at the center markets of Armagh. So you're back in the center. You went southeast, or you went southwest last time, and you came from the north. You now have the northwest, the northeast, the southeast, and the south.
Northeast.
Northeast. Okay.
You guys, I'm gonna travel 6 maps on my own. We're gonna.
You're so efficient. I'm so proud.
I'm so efficient
so
and
efficient.
concise.
Oh my goodness! Don't worry. One of these times, Awa will pick the right one, and we get to get back to your story. Don't worry, Suoth. Don't worry, Calliope. Because unfortunately, though, in the meanwhile, you find yourself here at the stage of dance.
Oh, man. This is Duat's stage. I don't need. No, is there anyone who I know?
Give me a perception roll.
I'm gonna make your little perception roll. I'll make your little shiny rock roll.
Yeah. Roll the shiny rock. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, nice. You're rolling well.
What the heck? Today's a good day for you. Sheesh.
You really do want to find our whole asses.
Huh. Okay, well,
We all need kidney
can you
issues,
roll a
all three of us.
d6 for me?
Yes.
That was a 3. Okay. At the stage of dance, you see this character standing about, looking around, kind of lost at the moment. They're muttering to themselves while holding this large lantern. Their feet never touch the ground, but they gently dance over the wind currents, always floating.
I love them. They look familiar.
They might be familiar.
I'm pretty sure I remember where they're from. I'm gonna get a little closer, and I think I'm just gonna try to listen in on what they're saying.
Where could the cloud space be? I was told that somewhere around here, opening at midnight. Where could they be? I'm supposed to be there for when they show up, but they need to know what's going on.
Thinking how to naturally talk to them. I'm gonna try to listen in to other people walking around. Are they saying anything that might be relevant to the cloud space?
Give me a that'd be a perception roll, I suppose, for this, for listening in.
Yeah. Okay.
You hear a lot of people just going, "Oh my god, I can't wait to see the performance. This is gonna be so good." And they're like all dressed in like, there's some people who are dressed in like dancing attire as if like they will take to the stage themselves, or maybe they're just super fans. There's others who are dressed in like some nice midday suits, really like showing off bright colors. But everyone seems to be talking about the dance hall itself.
Okay. Awa goes like kind of near Taito and is like, "Oh, are you one of the dancers?"
No. Wait, aren't you? Aren't you the one who
Me?
told me to go fly away and find my friends?
Me?
You.
Oh.
Yes, you. Outside Laurentis.
Oh, like squints. As if to think. They already know, though. Oh, yeah. You're, one of those hours of the day, right?
I'm gonna ignore that. You, why are you here in Armagh? I thought you were Laurentis. What? Are you following me?
Alan looks genuinely aghast at that. Like, okay, logically, how would I, points at feet, be able to follow you, points at wings?
That's what I'm wondering.
Oh my god.
Do you know where I'm headed? Do
I mean,
you know what you were sending me to when you told me to fly away and find my friends? You know what I saw.
not really. It was just a gamble to keep my friends safe.
He floats closer to you and goes, "What do you mean by that?
I
Who are you
think
trying
you
to
were.
protect?"
I'm gonna insight check him.
Okay.
Is he judging?
Is he?
Is he judging? 16. What are you trying to get about him?
Is he still super hostile towards the Daggers crew or the Night Wings?
Towards the Nightwings. He
Yeah.
is maybe not hostile, but he's definitely perturbed by something that is not them.
Okay. I think at the time you were trying to hurt some people that I associate with in need. And I think at the same time you may have had a misconception about them.
Things have definitely changed since.
Alright, so if I'm more open, do you promise not to kill them?
I promise not to kill them until I've told them what they need to know.
I'm sure they can handle it after that. Okay.
Deal's a deal, and he puts out
Deal.
a hand.
Always shakes the hand.
Now, help me out. Are they here in Armagh? Are they going to be at the cloud space, like I told them to?
I don't know what the cloud space is, but if you told them to be there, they will be there. I know that truth has never lied to me.
Well, that makes one of us.
Feels a little special. But they are here. They went. We got here at the same time, right? And then we split up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, we arrived at the same time. We've split up, but they are somewhere in the city.
Okay. Then I'll make sure I find this cloud space by the time that they arrive. Excuse me, I need to go so I can be there ready for them.
Well,
And he's going to float away.
okay. Yeah, they can handle it. They can handle it.
Would you like to look around anywhere else here, or would you like to head out?
No, I'm not very interested in this stage, so we're going out.
All right, you have gone southwest.
3 times the charm.
Maybe 3 times the charm. Maybe you've gone southwest, you've gone northeast, you still have northwest, south, and southeast.
Okay. What are my options again? I'm sorry.
Northwest, south, southeast.
Which one, chat?
Which one, chat? Oh my god.
Shit, man. I don't
Luda,
know.
look for a signpost!
I'd like to look
You're
for
in
a
a city!
signpost. I'd like to look for a signpost. I can't read. This
Next
sign
to you.
can't stop.
Next to you, you see a giant signpost that points towards all the stages. Over to the south is the stage of the spoken word.
I would like to go there. South.
Okay, perfect. You come over to the end. I swear to God, I was looking there the whole time like, is she really just gonna keep like just rolling the dice and see which one she ends up at?
Where's the signpost?
There's like, you're in the city. Okay, you come over here and you see that there's the one of the entrances to the stage of the spoken word. There's a guard here that is taking people's tickets to come in. Most of the people are kind of like families, bringing like a little kid or maybe like as a group outing coming together. The guard sees you as he halts and goes, excuse me, do you have a ticket to enter?
Before that, like as we're going there, can I listen into the people and then even like act excited and ask a kid like, oh my god, who are you here to see?
The kid's gonna look at you and go, stranger danger, stranger danger. Don't talk to strangers. And then their mom's gonna go, good job, Billy. And then like stare daggers at you
Oh
as
my
they
God,
take their kid
Billy.
away, going, don't talk to my kid.
God damn it, Belly.
Okay. Okay.
God damn it.
Now that I'm with the guard, oh, okay. I'll be like, ticket, I am one of the performers.
The performers are already inside for the day.
What? Oh
There's
gosh,
only
I'm
the
late.
one.
Oh my god.
He's already performing.
No, there were 2 on the schedule.
Guard looks down his schedule. Nope, there's just the one.
No, I think you're mistaken.
Go ahead and roll deception. At disadvantage.
Do I really need to?
Yeah, feel free. Roll it. Let's see if you get a nat 1.
Sad.
So as a thing, remember when you roll a skill, if you
yeah,
you see the arrows. Yeah, you can do disadvantage or
I'm gonna
advantage.
just do it again.
Sure.
I like rolling.
Either way, he looks at you and goes, "Yes, I'm sure." Do you have
You're
a
so
ticket?
uncultured. You're so uncultured. I never thought I'd see another person bring down the arts this way.
Look, the least of the arts is the stage of the spoken word. I feel like you can't really take this one down another peg.
Looks offended. The least. The spoken word is how we communicate, and you think it's the least artful of the stages?
Look,
In the way that we
get
exchange
people-
ideas.
The only way we even get people in is by having a park all around it and like a festival where you can go and like buy things. And otherwise, no one would come to the stage of the spoken word to begin with. Every other stage of the song sold out for months. Stage of drama, people love going there every other night. Stage of dance, people love to see someone slip on their ass if they fuck up. But like over here, stage of the spoken word, we have to trick people to come in here. We have to lower the price down to just 2 IP.
2 IP. How much do I have?
How much do you have?
How much do you have?
I don't know, honestly.
You have
I
0.
think I put it. I have 0 IP. Okay. How about I sell you an idea?
We're doing this again. Yes, by Armag's laws, you can sell an idea to enter. What are you thinking?
What if there were pools?
Uh-huh.
And no. Yes. What if there were no? Hold on.
Okay.
Thinking.
You have me
Okay,
at
okay.
pools.
You.
Yes, me.
Do you have anything going on in your life, sir? Do you if I may call you that?
I mean, when I'm not on the clock, I'm kind of getting together with my friends and we play card games.
Right, and do you ever get like really excited about those card games and you kind of just wish you could share with other people, so when they ask you like, hey, what's going on, you just be like, hey, I was playing card games with my friends. I won the last one. Or the other day was really good. Saw this great sunset. Working the stage of the spoken word again.
You want me to tell... That's just talking to my friends. That's just telling them what happened.
No. Imagine this. Imagine these things
Selling this
called
man's social
status
media.
updates.
You're selling this guy's social media.
Imagine this thing called status updates. So there's times where you can't talk to your friends and they want to check up on you. They're still able to. They're checking in on the guard of the spoken stage. They're checking in on my friend who plays cards with me. Hey, what's he up to?
So you want me to give people a way to talk with me without talking to me? Where they would just see what I posted and they, like, I don't actually talk to them.
Yes, an investment in your life by your friends.
And how are we doing that? Like, am I just shouting this into the void?
Wouldn't it be cool if we had link pearls where instead of just seeing a person or like just talking to a person or seeing them, it projects a little square where you can see what your friends have been doing.
So you want to use the link pearls and like add something onto them, like an add-on.
Yes.
The link pearls. That
For your
projects a
status
square.
updates. Yes.
How would we connect in there? Would I call them every time and then that's what projects the update?
That seems like a great add-on to this idea. Give yourself some IP.
That's not how it works. However, as half-baked as the idea is, there's a lot to still figure out here. The idea of telling people what you're up to in the day without having to constantly call them and tell them, that's kind of interesting. A status update, a stas-up or something. I can see it being called. A stasa. I'm willing to give you how's 5 IP for that, and then I'll work on the rest of the idea myself.
5? No, especially with the stages happening tomorrow. Imagine the buzz. Imagine the activity. People at the stage of
by tomorrow.
No, but by the next festival of the Veils.
In 100 years.
Yes, you'd be rich. Your children would be rolling in IP.
I'd be dead
if they so wished. But your children.
What think of the children?
There's a lot more to the idea for me to think that it would make my children rich. There's a lot kind of I don't understand about it.
I think 5 IP is too low.
I know you're trying to get something worth your buck here. I'll bump it up for you. I'll double the offer. 10 IP.
No, I'm gonna go take this to someone who will appreciate it.
Sure. And if you ever want to buy a ticket, you can just hand me 2 IP and I'll let you in.
Fuck, I made a good idea and I forgot my purpose.
Don't worry, you'll get to the other party eventually.
Do backpacks exist?
Yes.
Damn it. Hold on.
You're trying.
One thing to note, don't sell your golden ideas to the people who don't have the actual value for them. You gotta know who you're pitching to.
It's the first thing I thought of, bruh.
Hey, that's fair, and it's a great idea. I imagine if you told it to a producer, they would love that. But you're talking to a lowly guard right now.
Oh my god, I'm in. Okay, I'm coming back. I got another idea for you.
Uh-huh.
I think this one's worth the 5. All right, you stand all day, right?
Yeah.
You get tired?
All the time.
Your feet get sore?
Yeah.
What about inside putting a cushy little foam which absorbs yes, in your armor. It absorbs the static shock and pressure.
Huh.
And it relieves your feet.
So, I take my boots. I put. What did you say that I would put on the bottom?
Thinking about the period we're in, cotton.
Cotton. Put cotton in my boots, underneath my feet, but still in my armor, still in my shoes, and it helps make my shoes or my feet feel nicer. Yes.
And it relieves the any tension, so you don't feel your feet don't feel as stressed.
Okay.
You might feel more energized and comforted.
That's actually and you can see you mentioning him if his feet are hurting. Kind of, it's one of those bits of when you recognize your feet hurt, they hurt more because now your brain's thinking about it. He kind of looks and he shakes his feet a little bit. And he's like, my feet actually do kind of hurt all day. That would be really nice to kind of do. I could give you 20 IP for that. That's actually sounds really nice. I'd go do that right now.
Okay. Yeah. Deal.
Okay. Perfect. And he holds out his hand.
Dr. Awa's footwear. Shakes hand.
As that handshake happens, sparks fly out of your eyes. The halo forms around before it shoots into your arm, jolting through the fingertips into the other guard, blasting through his own eyes and entering his mind. The idea of putting cotton underneath your feet to alleviate for long standing at a time has now left your mind and entered his. It will no longer be Dr. Awa's foot pain, but Dr. Notion Guards, or whatever his name is.
I like that, Dr. Notion Guard.
Dr. Notion. Dr. Notion's foot guard is going on.
Oh my God, Notion, a foot guard for your no. There's a play of words on here. It's somewhere.
It's somewhere here. It's somewhere. I can tell.
A foot guard for your boots.
No, guard the notion of your footwear. Guard. It's somewhere here. I'll find it.
Guard the notion of your foot. Guard notion. Guard notion. I love that. The guard takes it though, and he
Guard
goes,
the notion of comfort in your feet.
Yes. Guard the notion of comfort on your feet.
Beautiful.
Y'all are made to be in marketing. You guys were made for it.
Thank you.
Together we can do it.
Together. If we put our brain cells together, we can come up with a whole product and slogan.
We make one. Yeah.
As the Notion Guard has taken the idea, he hands you 20 IP, which you can now add to your inventory if you'd like. It's over in the copper spot.
Okay.
He then reaches out his hand and goes, anyways, if you'd like to enter, that'll be 2 IP.
Yeah, here's your 2 IP.
Cool. Here's your ticket. Enjoy.
All right, and you feel comfortable.
I will. And you can see that the guard kind of like tells the other guard to take his place. He's going on his break right now to go get some cotton.
Okay.
As you are you entering in to the stage of the spoken word now?
Yes.
Okay. As you enter into the stage of the spoken word, Ala, you come almost barreling into the backs of Calliope and Duoth that have both been entering one of the other entrances over to your east.
I look angry at them.
Are you okay? Why are you angry?
Am I okay? Do you remember what our plan was?
To meet back once we had some information about the Festival of the Bells is what I'm doing.
What you're doing? What were we supposed to be doing? Did we have a time limit on this?
I don't believe so.
We did.
Did we?
Yes, it was an hour. How did you guys get in here?
We paid 2 IP.
Yeah.
When did you get IP?
I traded an idea. Duoth already had IP.
How much IP did you trade for Calliope?
10?
I would like sniffs Calliope. I can smell a scam. I don't know what it was that you sold, but I know that you got underpaid.
Meanwhile, no one asks Awo how she got hers.
How did you get your IP, Ala?
Why are you suddenly interested, Calliope, huh?
I just assumed you just happen to have a bit of every currency in your pocket because you do have a lot of currency on you.
I'm an international traveler. Do you think I really came here without any IP? Lying by the skin of my teeth.
Awa, if you would like to roll deception, and Calliope, if you'd like to roll insight.
No! With her plus 50?
I'm sorry, it's the way that the way we had it set up. No!
Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
And not one when she fails.
Why are there 2 dice?
It's the 21. It's the 21 we're taking. It's the first one we take. We're not taking the other.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Luna was gonna lose their mind at that. They were like,
I was like, why does she get advantage? What the fuck? Can I get 2 inspiration?
It doesn't matter that both of them more than passed it. But, hey, Calliope, you absolutely know that Awa is lying by the skin of their teeth.
You made a deal with the guy too, didn't you?
What deal? Oh my god, did you sell sex?
What's another deal, Nami?
You're right.
What
right.
deal?
We did not made any deals.
What?
There were no deals made.
Hold me back! Hold me back! I'm about to start swinging. Did you make another fucking deal with the devil?
Duoth gently grabs Awa by the shoulders when she says, "Hold me back."
I didn't make any. I mean, all I did was like trade for some IP. That was it.
All right,
I
why are you
think-
guys here?
To see if we can get any more information about the Festival of the Veils.
Yeah.
You picked like the lamest stage.
It was the one that was right here.
All right.
Yeah, we just
Anyway.
came from the Magistrate's Market, so
We just walked in.
we wanted to. Yeah.
I guess let's figure out what's here. I guess, and maybe I'll scam some kids or whatever.
As you enter in, you find yourselves here.
Oh, this is
For a
kind
second,
Ooh.
controls are resetting. But otherwise, you guys are good to go.
Oh, what am I doing?
Oh my god, there's a dragon.
Oh,
Is this? Oh, this is a place. Ugh.
Do you just run in?
She thought it was just like an actual fight.
I thought it was painted on the ground. I wanted to stand
Yeah,
up.
I thought so too until I saw that it's
The wall.
it's in the wall. It's in the
Is in
way.
fact the top of a tent.
No. Zurg, please, can it be tile?
No.
Zurg.
No.
Do you want to go inside the tent?
Yes. I don't see anything else interesting out here. Yeah.
Hey, look, masks.
Masks.
Correct. You see an assortment of different masks for the festival upcoming tomorrow. They all seem to have some kind of fashion over the Veils masks, and a kind of like cheap imitation of what the Veils can do. You also see that there's a couple of other masks that seem to be either honoring the blank white masks of Brador, kind of like a last minute thing whipped together for like, hey, thanks for providing extra security, or some other masks. Could you roll actually a quick perception here, Calliope?
Yeah. Give me a second.
Can I roll one at disadvantage since I'm facing the other way? Never mind.
You can roll a d6 to help if you really want.
I just
Though
wanna
it is
roll
crude.
The rocks.
Okay,
What's
nice
the
roll.
35?
35. Though it is crude in its assortment or creation, you see a copy of Awa's Shimmering Thorn amongst the masks being sold here. It looks like fake bark wrapped around a blank mask.
She picks it up and goes like, "Oh, look! It looks like your mask."
Why?
I don't know why, but it just does.
Well, why are they selling replicas of mine?
I imagine it's for the festival.
Yeah, but why? You know, are your masks here?
With the 35, Calliope, you can see that Duos' mask is not there, but also, you do notice your mask is kind of a cheap imitation for the Lunar Watcher here as well.
Oh,
In fact, not just
She
the
picks
Lunar
them-
Watcher, but there's cheap imitations of all the Daggers masks, Daggers masks as well.
Oh my god. Can I pick up Truth's mask?
Yeah, and in this case, you're picking up the unsundered state of the mask, where it both has its top and bottom half.
Oh. Awa looks through it. So this is what he sees. Sorry.
It's cheap in its build quality, out of really cheap materials. It feels like it could break apart very brittly. But also the fangs on it are dulled to a very rounded point.
childproof.
Are they actually selling these, or are these kind of free?
They're actually selling these.
How much?
The person that I forgot to put at the stall. Just a second.
What do you mean? It's totally that guy over there.
Yeah, it's that guy.
Yeah. It's just-
Oh wow, he just came out of the tent. Hello.
Oh hey,
It's like
sorry,
this
I was
is
on my
the-
break.
It's like a secret love between a Brador agent and a
And Armag
Armag
citizen.
yeah.
They're circle solvers.
You know, they're not supposed to be together. And
But yet they found a
something has
way.
drawn. Yeah, so they were making out at the tent, and then he realized he had customers.
Sorry, I got a customer. I gotta go. Here, leave 5 minutes after me.
That was a bad time to trending water.
Not the leave 5 minutes after me.
They come out and they say, yeah, we're selling these masks. The ones that you see there, they're the old creation masks. We're selling those for 2 IP each. The others, just 1.
So the ones that we picked up are 1, or they're creations?
No, the ones that you're selling, the ones that you're holding are the old creation masks. Those are 2.
Oh.
The old creation masks?
Yeah, the old creation masks. You know about them.
No.
No.
Are you all new around here? You're wearing some other replicas, really nice replicas, by the way, already.
Back
I
off.
assumed you would know about them. Oh, okay. Jeez, you're holding my stuff. I thought I could at least walk near you. You though, you're wearing something new. Never seen that one before.
It's quite old from where I come from.
I guess so. But the masks that you guys are wearing, the same ones that you're holding as well, those are the old creation masks. Some of the masks that have been found by like the various mask retrieval units of Brador, they, usually handed over to the adventurer leagues or the adventurer guilds. Have great power. They were there at the birth of society. They were kind of like handed out by the Veil Lords to like their trusted advisors.
Huh. Interesting. I'm gonna put the mask back and I'm just walk away.
I didn't know that, but that's really cool.
Yeah,
Thank you for the information.
Yeah.
absolutely. Hey, I hope you guys enjoy the Festival of the Veils tomorrow. Glory to the Veil Lords.
You as well.
Oh, you cheeky. Not saying it back. There's just a wall here. I hope you know there's just a wall, Luna.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna go into the tent.
No, this is not an entrance. This is a wall.
Oh my god.
The entrance is this
I
way.
mean, oh my Veil Lord.
Oh my lord.
Oh my lord. Oh my
my
goodness. Oh my land. Oh my land. Hold my hand. Hold my hand.
Birds.
Gosh, I want to steal so bad.
You can always try.
Absolutely not. I see my current rolls. That wasn't a 6. That was a 2. That was
Hey,
a
you're rolling some
prophecy of
19s
love.
beforehand.
Before, buddy. Before.
And you're due. You're so due.
Oh, there is that guy.
Who is that guy?
The Horsata guy. The little elf twink down here.
Oh, okay. I was looking at the guy on stage.
That's the guy that was gonna sell us drugs.
As you
Alright.
come around here, you see that this tiefling on stage is
Oh, I
preparing
hate it
for.
here. Oh, to be a whore.
Oh, to be a whore. This
Really?
tiefling
This
on
one?
stage.
I'm looking at a
Yeah, let
tiefling.
me-
I like tieflings.
Oh.
Tieflings are hot.
Are you just fine with anything tiefling that moves? Like, damn. Get some standards.
Bro, that looks good. That guy looks good, okay?
I have a calendar over him. Hold on.
I like the.
He's
She
okay.
hadn't even seen him.
He's okay. He's like, oh, you know what? It's because he looks like JD.
Yes, that's why.
Ugh. You should flipped
As-
him.
Yeah. Oh wait, actually, he screwed up on the observer side. If we flip him, oh no, it always raises him when you flip him. That sucks. Okay. Well, either way, as you guys are approaching, you see that there is a small smattering of people that have gathered around this person who is getting ready to show their performance. They have a etherically charged microphone that's kind of like floats above them as kind of like a way to project their voice to the crowd. And the song kind of dies down as he says, "Hello, everybody. I'm your speaker for today. The name's Darius Stryker. I'm here to try and speak more of truth into people's lives. And I am going to preface this by saying there are trigger warnings for mental health and stuff like that, and you guys are allowed to walk away at any time, and I will stop the playback."
People think the deconstruction of a man is some loud, violent occurrence. This outpour of bitterness towards the world.
Immediately
In
start
reality,
walking away.
The deconstruction of a man is a silent film, a common surgical procedure that the world didn't know it was trained to do. The breaking of a boy.
If
is
the other two
world's
want to leave at
quietest
any time, you can.
disaster. As a man, there is no such thing as being
Immediately.
I'm just intrigued listening to like the soundtrack, the sound that you're playing and trying to catch what it's saying.
Can't believe I paid 2 IP for this.
You into its perfect little image, and
That card was right. This is the lowest stage.
manufactured masculinity. Some of us are going to make it through assembly, but we need to watch.
Calliope is watching, and then she realizes everyone's left and is like,
Their
oh,
flaws to define all of us. Luckily, most effective product is aware
And
of
we'll
its
go
own
follow them.
shortcomings and tends to
You
God,
are
what's here?
you are leaving. You're following.
alone with its imperfection.
Yeah.
This abridged
As you leave, or here, actually, the best way to probably do this is
people
what they
think
said, like really low in the background.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
I think it's funny. I couldn't hear it at first, and then I caught it.
I can't believe, I don't know where you found that, but Jesus.
It's an actual thing. It's one of my favorite poems.
Oh no.
That's an actual thing. Teach a Boy to Cry is a very like deep poem about like what it means to grow up as a man and like the limitations that are put on people in a society. You're free to listen to it if you want. You're also free to fucking leave because you just don't like it.
Yeah, I think I'd rather read it rather than listen to it.
That's fine. Hey, welcome. You have found the whole conflict with the stage of the spoken word. You come on over to this well, and you see the other two closely follow behind you after a couple seconds.
I was like, has 2 hands on this well, and they're kind of just leaning over. And they breathe really heavily, and they're like, guys, I think I hate poetry.
Maybe you don't hate it, you just hate it when it's said to you this way.
The crowd laughs, the curtains close, the comedian drinks all the way home. A man's tears are just funny that way.
I mean, the guy wasn't.
To be accepted, how they have to be transcribed into
His voice is okay, but maybe
how you have to
you just prefer different poetry.
artistically become a worthy topic of conversation. Funny, how we joke about a man's misery, but nobody
And go back to brooming.
but they taught him how to fight.
Or reading it instead of hearing it. I don't know.
Doesn't sleep at night. Nobody offers protection to him.
You're right.
You would enjoy it more if it was recited to you.
No, I like the reading idea.
Never tried to
Perhaps,
Nobody judges the weak man.
by certain someone.
Only other men
What?
know how subtle a difference before the transition.
Perhaps you would
Well-
enjoy poetry if it was recited to you by certain someone.
In the barber chair.
Are you offering?
No. You know who I'm talking about.
I don't. Calliope?
He
I mean-
means truth.
That's random. Why would you bring him up?
The laugh. The laugh.
Without conditions or hidden intentions.
Oh, we know.
Like to hear,
You know what?
and I'm proud of you. I'm glad you're here.
You got, you know.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Come on, we're at the stage of the spoken word, Calliope. Say it.
You and Truth are crushing on each other.
Yes, boy, you're gonna be starved. Starved of attention, starved of affirmation, starved of love, starved of being told.
Slow blinks.
Step 2. Being a man is comfortability with replaceability. You are only
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
we can pretend we don't know.
become a day boy.
You look into the well for a brief moment, Awa, and you see your reflection looking back at you. Your cheeks are reddened, but more importantly, this flare of emotion has made more of your scales show.
Oh shit. Yeah. Hey, I think it's time. Maybe I tell you guys something very important. So a couple of years ago, I started blacking out randomly every month, and at first I thought it was just, you know, some bad nights, but after some information, I've come to learn that I'm gonna show them the son of the scales. I'm not all Gorin, apparently.
I thought Gorin's had scales.
When she reveals those scales, they shine a glittering gold, unlike any other scale you've seen before. Not even golden dragonborns had a scale pattern that like glistened in the sunlight as they do in this.
Well, what
exactly are you? Tua just stares for a moment and then goes, well, that makes things make a lot more sense.
Well, and then what did Calliope say?
What exactly are you?
Like, kind of dragon.
Think about it, Calliope. The dragon call.
Oh, the dragon call. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I've been using Duoth as a cover to try to start up this cult in a way to try to protect myself. I'm not sorry. I would do it again. Will continue doing it.
I said I do not mind.
He does not mind. I have nothing to apologize for, and I have not. Let the record show.
The most toxic way to like have a consolidation. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Yeah. You're so right for that.
The most toxic way. You said as if he's not used to that shit. That makes things make a lot more sense. I appreciate you telling us.
Yeah.
Is there anything that's worrying you? Is there anything we can be of aid to you?
Worrying me? Yeah, that I think these things have been growing more and more. I'm worried about, I don't know, fucking transforming in the middle of a damn festival.
What do you think makes them grow? Or show more?
Every time I get emotion.
Awa, I need you to
open
roll.
Your mouth.
As you like kind of like spit that out, I need you to roll a quick thing for me. I need you to roll just a straight D20.
Oh well. Yep. I'd like to use my inspiration.
You would.
Well, I don't know. Would this go better for me?
Up to you.
DM, real quick, on our way here, did we take a nap? Did we long rest?
On the way to the stage? No.
No, on the way to Armagh.
Oh yes, yeah. You all had a long rest.
Okay, great.
Oh, great, because.
But you've been using spells since.
No, I haven't.
No, we have
no?
not. We just
I told the other. No. You're so right for that. I told the other crew they had taken their rest. I had not taken. I told you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, you have had a long rest.
It's not it.
Way to take the tension away. Sure, do
what's
your
that?
long rest.
What's that spell that lets me ask the DM a question?
What? Which one?
There's a spell that lets you ask the DM a question. They can like say yes or no.
Isn't that guidance?
No, it's
no. That just helps someone's roll.
Right.
Divination. You're talking about like
Yes.
divination.
Do I have divination?
Or is it clairvoyance?
No, it's not
Clairvoyance, probably.
clairvoyance.
No?
I do not have divination.
Okay.
Man. Darn it. Okay, yeah, I'll just take the 5.
Okay. As you try and hide your voice, your emotions flaring from like the nervousness of opening up to people, a couple of, or you like kind of like twist your head to like look down or hide some of your scales. The others notice that some of your long hair near the end sprouts into red crimson feathers.
Wow.
Whoa.
Do you have a hat?
I did. I left it back at. Why?
Look
Shit.
at there.
Shit.
I don't mean to
Okay.
alarm you. We can. Don't worry about it. We can find something. I mean, there is a festival coming. You could very well say it's an accessory and it's part of your hair.
Hold on. As a player, I just realized that I was transforming into this fucking dragon, and Truth got them a dress.
I hope the dress fits.
He was also trying to keep
Oh.
that secret for so long for your character, dude.
That I, as a player, know that. Especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the character obviously doesn't, and nor will they. I shall not meta this today.
You shall not today, not I.
Yeah. So. Okay. Oh my god. I was just gonna take their hair. It's like, no, I can just, they're gonna rearrange it and stuff it into their bandana. It's like, wait, no, you know what? Here. And they kind of twirl it around and kind of make a bun, and it kind of looks more natural that way. Like, the feathers don't stand out as much. They might just look like
If anything, it
decoration.
feels like an
or-
accessory. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
In an attempt to try and take attention away from Mawa, because, all eyes on her seem to, sprout the feathers all of a sudden. Duat's going to, like, kind of clear his throat and be like, well, I noticed something that I wanted to bring up, and, since we are in a more secluded area where less ears can hear us, I think the reason why the mask I have does not have replicas that they're selling, it's because I did not handed it over as when I was part of the mass retrieval unit.
Oh.
Is this why you were in prison?
Yes.
I see.
I love just the instant, yes.
Right.
Duath, what was it like, I guess, working for the Veil Lords? Like, I don't know. I'm just, I guess, trying to get information about them, but, like, was there, like, how close did you work with the Veil Lords?
I mostly work with just one of them. I mostly work with Rallo. I like to think it was fairly close. I would report directly back to him and him only.
Okay. So you weren't, like, it was just the one.
Any other interactions with other bailers, I would still have to respond to them if they did ask me anything, but or gave me any work to do in the name of my commander. But mostly I worked under Rallo. Yes, as a paladin, he's the one who leads the Braider Paladins, after all.
Right. So he's gonna be in the city. Are you gonna be as resilient to him or resistant to him as before?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in a couple thousand years.
All right. Well, when you think of Rallo now, what emotion do you feel? Right. This is how therapy worked.
It's my turn, huh?
Oh, it's my turn. Aw.
Shine the spotlight on.
Well, part of me looks at our mag up in the sky, and while I did eventually think that his methods were questionable, and taking agency away from people was not the best way to go about what he wanted, it's worked. It's been a couple thousands of years, and there's a city up in the sky. He is the Baylor of Progress. He must have been doing at least something right. But I still do think his
Insight
approach. Oh. Why are you inciting?
Sure.
Why are you inciting me for?
because that sounded fucking hell.
You can do a DM only roll if you would like, where only you and I see it, and it can either be deception or it could be what is the other one? Deception or persuasion, your choice.
Sure.
I'm inciting.
I think it should keep it hidden for all of us, except for you and
Okay.
I. If you'd set it to private.
Okay, because the way that Duath is talking about Rallo, at first he was like, oh, you know, it's work. But then the more he talked about Rallo, the more admiration started to slip into his voice. And the more of like a longing to want to be accepted by their boss, which is something Awa understands. And they want to like make sure that Duath isn't, well, hopefully Duath isn't gonna fucking betray them to Rallo.
Understandable.
Okay.
Okay. Awa, you're not sure just exactly Duath's intentions with how he drifted in his definition of Rallo. You can think what you want, but you're not able to really pin down where that might have meandered to emotionally.
This is me as a player saying, I don't think he's over him. All right.
If it's any consolation, he did send me to jail for a couple thousand years, where a small, strange radio creature was constantly killing me over and over, and it was not enjoyable, I can tell you that much.
As you say that, that's a great moment, because I was just about to make you roll for something. Duath, could I have you just roll a wisdom saving throw?
Sure.
$11. Out of the shadows, behind Awa, in the well, you almost hear it first before you see the glowing eyes. There's something in the well. It's small, it's round, there's a sharp knife, it glints in the light. It's going to stab Awa if you don't get in the way.
Wow, I love PTSD. Duath is just immediately going to reach for Awa and pull them over. Away
Awa,
from the well.
Are you attempting to resist this?
No, I think it'd be so sudden they wouldn't be able to.
Okay. With a sudden rush, the fastest you've seen Duath move in ages, his hand or his claw kind of like reaches out, pulls you to the side as he steps forward over to the well. You look inside. There's nothing there. just swirling pools. But somewhere deep within, you hear that same crackling voice again. Echoing around within the well, echoing around within your mind. Is it playing tricks on you? You escaped. Who's to say that he hasn't?
Duel is gonna lean on the well, kind of like with his back towards the two of them. Hands resting on the edge of the well, head kind of down for a moment, and he kind of laughs, but it's almost a laugh of defeat, almost like I guess you can never really escape it, can you?
What are you talking about? What was that?
I thought I saw that thing.
What? The well?
No, the thing I just spoke about. The little creature, the little thing that kept coming over, and I don't know if it was every day. I don't know how often it was.
Didn't the guy back in the prison?
I escaped. The Lich escaped. Either I'm seeing things, and which would be entirely possible. And you truly never leave the prison, or this thing got out.
You haven't been seeing things since you've left. Why now?
I don't know.
Is it just... I mean...
Maybe he really does come back by popular demand. Unpopular demand.
Maybe unless we talk about him, the less he will show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's change the topic.
What? So, this stage is a bust?
Yes. It could use some flair, I think.
Talking about flair, I pull out the crew passes for the stage of song. I got these.
Oh
wow. That one lady was saying to us about how difficult it was going to be to get tickets.
Yeah, that you have to get them like years or months in advance or something.
Well, then, guess I'm pretty extraordinary.
I suppose you are.
Indeed.
I know. Alright, here's one for each of you.
Thank you.
Because it's considering the stage's song keeps being talked up about. It looks like, I would say that's where the majority of people will be. And if a majority of people are there, then the Veil Lords and possibly Percival will be there as well. In order to
could
look
you
like they're...
my memory. Who's Percival?
Oh, he's the guy who started the whole hubba bubba of these of these whole chain of events. He's a cat. He's a tabaxi. He's about yay tall. Oh wait, did you actually need a refresher, or did you?
No, and that's me. That's me total looking at the picture of Percival and being like that bastard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the one who started all this with the monsters and whatever. He's the one who's been campaigning and trying to ruin Armagh.
Well, do you think the Bailers will be there? Wouldn't...
He might be there.
I was gonna look at Calliope.
So this is me, Luna, speaking as a player. You're the ones who listen to the song. I think you would have that information. All right.
My things rotating, but I don't know. The song person mentioned that the Veil Lords are gonna parade through town and enjoy the festival and check out all the stages. So I imagine they'll be around quite a bit the next day or so. I don't know if they're in on this plan or not.
I think we'll have to read them out.
Read them out. Like, try to figure out what they're thinking by looking at their faces that are completely covered by a mask.
Yes. Good job.
They are hard to read.
Oh, I see. You're being sarcastic. Clap slowly. Ha.
Thank you.
Ha
I mean,
ha.
if anyone would know how to read a Veil Lord, it'd be Duloc, right?
He's been out of practice for a while.
I could try.
I wouldn't want to put you in harm's way again. I mean, I doubt Ralla's gonna be happy to see you out of prison if he's the one who put you there.
Either way, I feel he already knows I'm here. Keeps track of his paladins, right?
That's true.
Having saying my name out loud, I said as we enter the city.
That does make sense, yeah. This might be a little forward, but Duloc, would you know any possible, I don't know, weakness or anything that these Veil Lords might have?
Duoth, this is a moment where Toto, the player, could step in and influence the things that Duoth knows.
Me as a player.
Mm-hmm.
Based on what I know.
Based on anything you know, you could slip into Duoth's mind and plant the seed of a thought.
Do they have allergies?
Man, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what I know that could be a quote-unquote weakness, because I know you mentioned that a party knows how to kill a Baylor, but I don't think that was us.
Mm-hmm. Oh, one in your party does. Absolutely. The only question is if you remember.
I mean, if the seed isn't planted now, it could be planted later, right? It's not like all for or nothing right now.
Because I don't remember. I'm trying to scramble my brain.
Perhaps all you need to do is one of you open the door.
Oh my god, do you mean the doorknob?
Up to you if you remember. I'll tell you at the very least, the bit that I was referring to, no, it is not you, Toto, that would know. It is another of your party that has opened the door. And all they need to do is remember.
I sent a GIF in chat on what I look like right now. me trying to figure out what is going on.
oh God. For others to know on stream, this is what Luna posted. What could it be?
It's not. This wasn't a deal. This was a. Or is it you? I don't know.
I love how one question can trip you all up so much.
I'm trying to figure out how you went from like, Toto, do you know the weakness? Open the door. Looks at someone else.
No, I'm just saying, Toto, you can submit something if you'd like. And then Toto going down the route. I'm just answering other questions I can.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
man,
anyway.
like I want to, but I don't know what. Um,
I'm sure I'll come to you at like 3 a.m.
yeah, it'll probably come to me after I go to bed when we say
Yeah.
goodbye from the phone, from the voice call, and I'm just gonna lay in bed and smack
I go,
Fluffy and be like, "Wake up! I need to tell you something."
No! Write it in the notes! Write it in the notes for next time!
If you want, I will say, at the very least, Toto, as the player, could always set the seed of a thought that Duoth could ask for the doorknob. If you really want to just do it yourself.
Wait, can you repeat that?
You can ask for the doorknob in order to find out weaknesses of the Veil Lord, is what he's indicated. So, he...
Yeah, I think the only seed of a thought, the only thought will be like just the word doorknob.
Toto,
O's eyes flick.
you send the thought of doorknob to Duoth. As he does, the other two, you see Duoth kind of like give that 1,000-yard stare for a moment. Their eyes blink back, but while they're blinking, they change colors. Toto, what color are your eyes?
They're brown but dark, like my fucking soul, dude.
They go from this piercing bright blue to a dark earthy brown. Swirling in there is an orange pupil. Barely a bead, but it is visible amongst the brown. Toto, do you want Duoth to say the word or only think the word?
I want him to just say it. He just pets it out after like this weird ass funky 1,000-yard stare.
As his eyes change that color, the other two, you hear him just say doorknob. And then his eyes blink again back to that bright, brilliant blue. He looks like he doesn't even know what he said.
What?
What?
A doorknob is the weakness of the Veil Lord?
A doorknob?
You just said your eyes went funky and you said doorknob. I don't know what that means. Oh, do you know anything about a doorknob?
I mean, all around here are stalls.
Duoth, do you know anything about a doorknob since you said it?
I don't know, I'm not sure. What if it's a soul doorknob?
It's a soul doorknob.
Like, just the doorknob itself.
How would you... Okay, but like, what makes it more special than a doorknob?
I am not sure. Maybe there is a door that this fits into. I don't know. You guys said I said it. Would you guys happen to know anything about a doorknob?
Why you no idea why you said it, or why
No.
doorknob?
Me neither.
I mean, it's like a soul doorknob. Like, I don't know, maybe it can connect to other doors. Kind of like, I don't know. Like how we escaped, how we just kind of asked to not be there in the prison. Like, do I just say, hey, I would like a doorknob, and like open a door somewhere?
Maybe. Or maybe a doorknob that gives access to, you know how when you put your masks on, it's like this space.
Awa, you walk
Are there
away from
people
the
here?
others.
Yeah,
There
there
are
are
no
people here.
people there.
All right. All right, guys, come on.
Okay.
I use the doorknob.
Describe what it's like for you taking out the doorknob and using it.
Hearing their theories just sounded more and more ridiculous. It was like, I guess if the path has led to this point, I'm some freaking ferryman to Duat's next destination in his plot line or whatever. So I was just gonna go out, make sure there's no one there, and pull out the doorknob and be like, "Come on," and just insert it into the air, I guess.
As you insert it into the air, a rim of a light, rectangular in shape, big enough even for Duoth, kind of trails before you, kind of like creating itself out of nothingness. It feels like a mirror that is slightly askew of the rest of reality. It begins to creak open. And inside, you find something to step through. A swirl of aether, a mix of colors, things that can't really find their own shape until you step through. Awa, are you the first to step through?
Yeah, I step without hesitation.
Duoth, you see Awa disappear into this aether, this swirling mix of pure raw magics, akin to what you've heard scientists talk about the life stream would look like. It seems big enough for you, but you can't even see your friend, nor what the destination would be. Do you step through?
Yeah, he does.
Calliope, you notice Duoth bend over and squeeze himself through the door frame, this crack in reality, this artificial space, this hole created. But again, even with his large, imposing figure, it's almost as if he melted away into the aether. There is no one there before you, but this open, gaping hole. Do you walk through the door?
She will.
And that brings us here.
Why is
As
Tinny in
we...
the corner?
Oh,
Why is there a Tinny in the corner?
shouldn't be anymore, right?
Yeah,
I
she's
can
gone.
see.
It's gone.
Cool. And that is where we will take our 10-minute break, everybody. Go ahead and get some water, get some snacks, and we will be right back after these messages. Thank you, everybody. See you in a second. Bye-bye.
Oh, bro, for a second I was scared you were gonna be like, and that's where we end our session. I was
Yeah,
scream.
same. I was gonna scream too. I'm like, no, it's the one thing we've done all session.
No, 10 minutes. It's currently 34 past the hour. We'll come back 45 after the hour.
This is our 6th map.
We made it.
I love how you're
We did it. We did it.
We did it, guys. All it took was me being lost for 4 of the maps.
That's right, guys. I carried here.
Yes,
Jeez.
yes, truly.
We now know where the other stages are.
In the meanwhile, while we're staying on this screen, let's go ahead and I'll give people a little music to go with.
When are we coming back?
45.
Okay.
I don't need it. At some point, my dog crawled onto bed, and she's so cute.
Oh, pictures.
Aw.
I want
Okay.
unsolicited puppy pictures. I know I get them already, but I want more. I'm greedy.
She was already adorable when she was using the duck as a pillow.
Oh, that's so cute.
Dog.
I
Let me
hate
go
her.
harass mine. I'll be right back.
She's so cute. Did I show you the picture of her, like, when she was using the duck as a pillow? It's
I
okay,
don't
I'll
think
send it.
I don't think I've seen one, if not showed you. Oh,
Yeah. I love her so much. She's a menace.
here's mine right now.
Oh my god. Why is she awake?
Because I got up.
Oh, okay. I'm not getting up so I don't wake her up.
Yeah, well, this dog is so unfair. She got up from the bed the moment I was like, I'm gonna get up and harass her. And she stood there staring at me like that.
Food?
She's like, what? Me?
Me?
Food? Cookies? Butt scratches?
Treat?
You know.
Have you seen that skit where it's like oh, you guys want a treat? Treat? No treat. Treat? No treat. No treat. Treat? No treat. It's like you can't say TREAT around him.
I love that one.
I love that sketch.
I remember when Ria was younger, we could not say the word walk in front of her. So we just tried to look for every single alternative and synonym, like, we're gonna go take a stroll.
Oh, I think I have another one for that one too.
Go.
Yeah, but that one's in Spanish. Oh, it was dessert.
Daisy's trigger is just someone walking beside the counter where we keep the dog treats.
Oh.
And she's like, hey, you're walking by. Do you want to drop me one?
If I touch a doorknob, like the front doorknob, Sequoia wants to go out.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to get a video because there's a feral cat that will also greet me in the morning because I feed him. And they are so cute because she'll like stop rushing out to put her head against the cat, and the cat will like rub up against her head. It's I like want to squeeze them so bad. It gives me such a cute aggression. And then they'll head down, like they'll both go down the stairs together. Until I feed the cat. Yeah, and then he'll scream at me until I give him food. I keep forgetting about this meme and it keeps cracking me up. Okay. I do too.
Home soon, so I gotta try and introduce Daisy to the cat.
Wait, what was that?
So I'm gonna be moving home soon, so I have to try and introduce Daisy to the cat.
Oh my gosh. Did you get the cat when you were living by yourself?
When I was living with my roommate, yeah, my grandpa died, and we went to the funeral, and I basically ended up inheriting his cat because my grandma didn't want it.
And to my grandchild, I leave my cat.
Basically.
And to my cat, I leave my whole fortune.
My grandchild, I thought is what you were gonna say.
That too.
Wasn't that the plot of Cat Scratch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
The
love
Nickelodeon show of the three cats doing goofy stuff. Like someone rich dies and they're like, I give all my money to my cats. And they're like just rich cats now.
Oh, these guys.
It was really funny. I liked that show.
It was
It
funny.
had some goofy character designs.
It's like a blueprint for Mau Mau.
The Disney movie? No, it was a Nickelodeon show, Rage.
No, not the. Yeah, the Cartoon Network show, Mau Mau. I don't know.
I
It
thought she was talking about Cat Scratch. Yeah, the Cartoon Network show Mau Mau was also a different thing.
No. But like I'm saying, Cat Scratch walked so Mau Mau could run.
Yeah.
Ah, true. So true.
Also Aristocats, except the lady wasn't dead.
Except the lady just wasn't dead. Oh, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it.
Ellie!
Oh, Rage is asking about this, isn't he? Okay, so. Hi, Rage.
I can pull up Mau Mau and Cat Scratch for you. This is what Mau Mau looks like. Really cool Cartoon Network show. One of my former teachers worked on it, Kaung Lei, who did all the background design on it. That's where I was like learning to draw stuff. Very cool.
Yeah, I remember you were learning backgrounds and you were like showing some of the stuff you were doing under them.
Yeah, I want to take that class again once I get a little more free time, but we'll see if that ever happens. But then this was Cat Scratch, which also just very silly show back in like the early 2000s. There's also like it's just a bunch of like different cats just doing cat things, and every human just looks at them and they're like, "Oh, it's a cat," and they just like give them the pass.
I was telling Toto that I played a one shot and one of my friends was a tabaxi and he was so fucking funny because it was like an amnesia plotline and so we didn't know who we were, but he knew he was a cat and god damn it did he play that cat to a T. He's because he'd go up to our characters, he'd be like, I give you the honor of petting me.
I give you the
Beautiful.
honor, the privilege.
Yeah, and then when we went to town, he's like, I immediately go to someone, gain their trust, and bite them. So he'd go up to a random buyer, and they're like, "Oh my god, you're so cute," and then he'd just bite them, and hiss and run away. He also like yelled. Yeah, he also yelled at the baker until he's like, I yell at the baker until he feeds me.
The baker refuses. I keep yelling at him. I swipe away his things.
It was really fun because so the DM had us go into the baker because he got the DM got a cookbook for Christmas, so he's been baking stuff. So he's like, and the baker pulls out and he like grabs behind the podium these Cinnabons and he pulls them out for the table, and I was like,
That's cool.
what a nice
in-person D&D. I want cinnamon rolls.
That's the cool shit of in-person D&D. You get to do stuff like that. Those are always a good
the
time.
apple cider from the place where the people got killed. I want to try that.
Hey, someday you'll be able to taste it. And damn, it'll be good apple cider. But
bad they're
it
dead.
is 45 past the hour. Are you all ready to get back into it?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. You have opened the doorknob, and you have entered into the door. Through this swirl of aether and other material, you find yourself on the other side, in a plane unlike anything else you've ever seen. Awa, you almost feel a sense of familiarness over here. Duoth, this strange forebode overwashes your character. Like they've entered into a place that they've been in before, but never remembered. As you enter in, you see that there's one figure standing in the center. A long, tall man with a large hat. He turns to regard you.
Oh, the one who listens to my beloved.
A buckle over the belt takes place right where the eye would normally be. It blinks at you as he lifts his head. Ah, you return. What stories have you brought for me today?
What?
I don't think this is the one I met. The one I met was the one who watches.
This is the one. Isn't it? You're the one who listens.
No, it's the one who watches.
Are you saying this in character?
I'll say, who are
Actually,
you?
wait, no, here's the best bit. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this part. You don't have to say that in character. He looks at you and goes, quite interesting that you remember that. Nay, he and I are not the same, and yet we are as one.
You're not the only one, are you?
No.
Why are you all
I've-
separated?
A great calamity struck, rendering us apart. One could say that it was a punishment for our greed, that it was a divine retribution for a crime that we committed against reality itself. And for that, we are stuck here, in the same place, yet forever apart. Forced to watch, to listen, to feel, to think, but never to interact, save for these brief moments when you step through the door.
Who
This
are you?
So the reason we are here is because I believe Calliope asked me if Bailers have any weaknesses, and then the door.
You do not need to hide it. We know why you're here, Toto.
Oh, the one who listens, my beloved.
Toto, are you having a good time?
I am having a grand old time.
I'm glad.
That That is not sarcasm.
He snaps his fingers. And you see Toto, where once you saw 12 figures, it now stands at 18 large silhouettes, stars cascading through the sky like rain, falling betwixt them. 18 of these large silhouettes that have figures within them suspended. You notice one tiefling embedded in one of those giants, amongst a multitude of other characters that seem to be writhing as though they are alive and twisting. But one of them held still. The one who listens, still standing before you, says, "But for a brief moment, I would have you regard what is still out there in the Terror's pillar." And with another snap, you are brought back to this other, is the only way to describe it, the other. You were looking for a weakness for the Veil Lords, and I would give it to you. Oh, I would give it to you in a heartbeat. But the laws of my entrapment stall me, save for a penance paid. Would you pay that penance, you three?
What is the cost?
Yeah, what's the penance?
Oh, now you're asking what the cost is, huh?
I'm learning.
It took how many deals?
Yeah.
See, at least the one who listens, my beloved, has he ever heard us? He's just a chill guy.
You've
love
never
him.
met him until now.
No,
I don't know.
I met him every single time my character dies, which is twice already.
Oh, why do you keep dying?
Well, you see, I ran into a beholder the first time. And the second time, it was the Call of Cthulhu.
I didn't watch that one.
Well, it's Call of Cthulhu. You're going to die, most likely.
I don't know what that means.
It is
spooky.
a horror-themed
horror.
one. It's a horror-themed RPG.
If you make it
Right.
alive, you're lucky.
Yeah.
But you don't ever make it alive, okay.
It's kind of like, if you survive, you're scarred for life, and that's the good ending.
How is that different from D&D?
The way that it runs and the way that it's stacked against you. D&D can be very lighthearted a lot. The way you guys have been making jokes all day today, that would not happen in Call of Cthulhu.
Not with that attitude.
Well, okay, sure thing. Anyways, the one who listens has been watching all of this. That's all canon. Exactly everything that just got said. And he's just been sitting there, smiling and watching. As it finishes, he says, "The penance that must be paid is a story. A story you would tell me of your own volition, of your own values, that you are okay having locked away here. A memory of your own donation."
Wait, and then no one gets to know about it, or they forget about it?
Yes.
Oh my god! I mean, oh my veil! I'm ready.
It will be
Oh my lord.
them, everyone in the memory, and the event itself will be trapped here.
So whatever story is shared is just kept here.
The story,
They will not, no one involved will remember it.
everyone involved will be brought here to reenact that story for the rest of eternity. Trapped in their own loop. Trapped in their own void fire. Awa,
Does that include us?
yes. portion of your soul for you. For I envy you. You have a soul that can still be fragmented. Will be fragmented away. But the others, Luna, those others in your story, those you know that don't have their own soul like you do, they will be whisked here in their entirety.
What if in the story there is... What if there is no story? I mean, what if there's no one in the story?
Then I would be curious as to what that story is. You might have found a kind of narrative that could escape the trappings of this place, a way to bypass the payment altogether. The Pact of Penance demands a story with the intent of grabbing the souls of those who are still whole themselves. But it never explicitly states for it. If you found a story with none in it, then perhaps you found a way around it.
Yeah, I have a story then.
He, while standing there, puts his arms from behind his back. He sits down, still a large, imposing figure to even do off. And he crosses his legs as he puts his arms on his knees. And he goes, "Tell me, and I will listen."
I will shiftly back at Calliope and Dwath and twiddles their fingers. It's like, okay,
You got
this one happened to me when I was young, when I was around 5, 6, and it was a bright blue day in Las Necos in which everyone was bustling around and the market was lively and there were people selling.
The sounds of that population, the sounds of the townsfolk start ripping through reality itself. You see the sky brighten to an almost searing blue, reflecting off the sands of Las Necos. He still sits there before you as you continue.
And the cloth that hung from building to building was swaying in the wind, and I just remember it being busy, and I remember in that crowd having to steal something because my mom wouldn't let me back into the house until I had taken something of value to bring back. So I was looking for something, and I remember it looked all normal. Maybe I should bring food. Maybe I should bring the shiniest fish, or maybe the thickest chicken breast. It seemed easy until I saw him, and it was, well, not him, but more of what this person held, and it was this beautiful, ornate gun that I took, but I didn't end up taking it for very long. I guess I got just not dirty, messy, and he felt me take it, and I guess there's the missing weight. He tracked me down, and took back his gun, and I remember him saying something about how I had potential and I was wasting it, and I just sat there in the alley for a while, over a couple hours really, as I then I walked around the city just thinking about his words. But when I came to, I was back at my place, and the door was locked, and my mom wasn't letting me in. And at that moment, I was banging on the door over and over. Please, please, like, to the side, the world went white. And suddenly, all this dust started to just pummel me, and I screamed, and I tried to grab onto the door, and I tried to just be let in. I tried, and but I was thrown around, and by the moment that I came to, everything was destroyed.
Around you,
and this people,
the sound of the people, gone. Around you, the sandy wastes show nothing but rubble and dead corpses. This entire time, as you've been talking about it, you've been walking through this, and you've been seeing this fraction of yourself, younger, a small child, rushing in, pounding at the door, and now waking up, burying themselves, or freeing themselves from the buried sands to show the wastelands that are around you. The one who listens, meanwhile, sits in the middle of all this rubble, sitting, smiling, and listening.
And the cloud that used to be blue was now brown. And you'd think that the dust would start to settle, but it just never did. And I went back home, and I tried to find my home, but there was no one there. There was no home. It was just trash. It was trash. It was demolished. All the buildings were gone.
Off to the side, you see a large swath of glass as far as the eye can see.
And suddenly, when I used to be eyeing like shiny fish and guns and chicken breasts, instead there was a sea of glass in front of me. Now.
The story, the one who listens, says, is wrought with horror, decay, loss. I am sorry you went through that. But I fear there is still a soul within. And you see the souls of those all who had died in Los Necos when it got glassed, all in the outskirts, swirl about from the life stream itself. You see your mother amongst the crowd. She eyes you, but for a moment, before you recognize that she's looking right through you, towards the smaller version of yourself, running out from the house to go steal something for the day. She closes the door with a sigh, and you hear a mutter of, "That darn child, when will she know?" You run off into the distance, forever reenacting the final day that you knew your parents, that you knew your life. Almost immediately, the one who listens is standing beside you, Awa. That bright blue sky, those glistening sands, all restored back to that first moment you were telling the story as you were running around and trying to find the one to steal off of. That area before you shrinks and keeps shrinking and smaller until you realize it's not the actual place that you are in. It was but a diorama, a cube of within tells the story. It shrinks into the palm of the one who listens' hands, and he closes it. He clenches it hard. So much so that you can see a drop of blood, almost like a teardrop fall down from his wrist and into the earth. He lets go of his hand, and there's nothing there. A new void fire has been given to the pillar. Those lives gone from the life stream. In a way, Awa, you have saved them from the threat of Vubin, though you have trapped them in their own hell for the rest of eternity.
I don't think they'll know it's a hell.
As they say that, Awa, you realize that a part of your soul has been crushed within. One portion of Luna's soul has been given to the void fire and the pillar. That will have ramifications for the future. What is it like for Luna to feel not as whole? Like, it's not that there's a hole there. There's not like a defined thing missing, but you just don't feel complete.
Dude, I'm gonna get dark.
Get dark.
Okay, to have a whole missing from me feels like the first week of this semester when I had a dog die on me in my arms.
Would you like to walk us through it, or would you like to keep it as that?
I don't mind walking it through it. It was a dog that was unvaccinated, but I had taken care of this puppy from 2 days old until he was 3 weeks and gave him back to the owner. And the owner had messaged me, hey, there's something wrong with the dog, like he's not responding. So I went over to just check it out, but I knew I was going to take him to the clinic, and I did take him to the clinic, and the owner made me responsible for all the choices and all the treatment plan. So I was told every day how he was doing, and he was getting better until like the third day where he started to crash. And he started bleeding out of his nose and out of his bum and out of just everywhere. And he was in pain, like he was struggling to lift his head. And I thought the best thing to do is to euthanize him. And I just remember feeling really like I had let him down. Like I did everything I could.
You did everything you could.
Yeah.
And sometimes life just says that's not enough.
Sometimes it just doesn't work out. So I think it was just, after that I was a little numb. But I didn't really have time to be numb. I had to move on because the moment I got back home, there were 2 other dogs in front of my place. They kept me going, and then I had just Sequoia to take care of. So it's just it's a fragment of yourself that you lose, and then you just have to keep going.
And for all that it's worth, you still get to remember what you were doing. You still get to remember that you tried, and hopefully help someone else. At that, the one who listens comes over to you, Awa, and kind of like through Awa, gives you, Luna, a hug. Just telling you, life is something that we can only try and control the most we can. You made every decision the best that you could. And that's where you can find your pride. That numbness stays. And in some cases, that numbness helps keep the memory alive of what it was. But he takes a moment and he takes a step back, releasing you. He looks towards the others, and he says, "A story has been given, and a penance has been paid. To you three, I offer this weakness that with the Veil Lords you can unmake. Their masks are the key. Crush the mask, not the person. The person beneath is but a puppet, a shell, a thing that they pilot. The mask itself holds the key." It must be crushed, it must be decimated, it must be embalmed in a way that it can never see the light of day again, that it is unlike anything that has ever been. Completely unmake the mask, and you will have unmade the Veil Lord.
Can Dragonfire destroy it?
A long, long continuous blast can. That is one of the reasons that they were hunted.
One of the reasons. Okay.
The one who listens looks towards Calliope and Duoth and says, "To you two, do you offer a story or do you wish to seek for anything? Not all stories must be held like how Luna's was. I am more than happy to also just listen, to just give an ear to what you need."
Not on my part. I'll just let Luna's story, what happened, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of anything to ask. I think we have a clear way on where to go now.
I wish you all the luck I can, then. As someone who, but for a brief moment, can see the flame of your lives, know that it burns the strongest that I have ever seen in my life. Thank you for letting me see. Thank you for letting me listen. And he will snap his fingers, and that break in reality opens behind you.
Wait,
To where you go, I may not, but I hope that you find success.
okay. When will the one who watches be back?
He never left, dear. You just have to open the right door.
How can I join you all back together?
That, Luna, is unfortunate. I am not sure. To those who know the Terror's Pillar, they would be the only ones who could free us from our prison, to join us back as we once were, to
I mean,
free the concept of what a god was. That is a word that rings in all of your ears. God. To everyone else, your characters, it is a concept that they innately know, but they have never been able to utter. It is something they've never been able to press past their lips in the forceful way that the one who listens just uttered it.
Well, you did mention before that Lawrence has said it.
Oh, you're right. Lawrence has said it, but it's in one of those ways that, like, it's never really fully stuck with you. It almost, like, kind of slips past your mind. This is one where it's like, it almost rings out in your head when it's said.
Okay. Well, I mean, if there is a will, there is a way. And there may yet be a way to get the gang back together.
Maybe there's an anti-calamity.
Maybe.
Wasn't that the fountain that Badon and I had found in the town with the dragon?
The terror's pillar?
No, but it
I don't
wasn't a
know.
pillar. I don't think.
Was a
It
fountain.
was some kind of grove or fountain. There was like an entrance to something, but well, a false hydra chased us off of it, and then we came and found you guys. And then a dragon chased us out of town. So
Yeah,
wasn't
that
really
did
time.
happen.
yeah.
That false hydra. You fear your memories being taken, and I agree with you in its horror. But know that there is another creature born from the pillar itself that consumes the very concepts and ideas that you souls come up and create. Not only would every memory of it ever be erased, but the very thought of it could never be born again.
That's
that.
what it
An
happened.
IDM.
Is what happened to
Yeah.
us.
It's like an anti-DM.
An MD.
An MD.
Wait.
Wait a
A
second.
master of
No.
dungeons, oh no.
That's what the Hydra asked, was for ideas, concepts rather than memories. I didn't give it one, but
Yeah, but he said there was something else other than the Hydra. There was something worse
Yeah.
than the Hydra.
yeah.
It
Hooray.
slinks in the skin of its lesser being. The one that chases you, Nami, is not a false hydra.
You know what it's called?
To that, I cannot speak its name unless you pay a penance.
Oh boy.
Everything in me is like, what's another deal?
Oh, it's another deal. I was waiting for someone to. I knew it was coming.
Its
like-
name, though, is recorded within the Great Library.
Well, that's good to know. I guess
Should you not want to pay here, you can find it there. But know that as it slinks in the skin of its lesser kin, that being seeks to usurp not only every memory of those who live, but the very idea of existence itself, so that no one may ever live again.
What is it, suicidal?
The one who listens looks over in your direction and says, yes. For quite a while, it has been trying to end its own existence and take everyone it can with it in the only way that it sees how. An immortal being born of the Terror's Pillar. It is slunk around space itself, wishing to end its own life. Immortal and unable to do so, it seeks to use its own power to unmake itself, and the only way for that to happen is if it unmakes all creation with it.
That sounds so fair.
Mhm.
Unfair and fair are things that we don't get to decide on.
Yeah, since when has Ivraia been ever fair?
Yeah.
As we have learned from stories given and stories told. But if life is not fair, be as unfair back to it as you can. Fight, scream, and writhe.
Scam,
And writhe in retribution, in your own desperate attempts to keep yourselves alive, to keep the stories that you tell. And at this, he looks at all three of you. The stories that you tell, keep them alive. Or should the false hydras win, should that being consume its existence, should the Veil Lord snuff out all your efforts, all those stories will forever be gone. The door waits for you. I thank you for visiting me today.
Well, it's been nice running into you when none of my guys are about to die. I hope that doesn't mean anything.
Toto, when last we met, I wished that we got to meet under happier circumstances. And for a brief moment, Toto, the one who listens flashes into rain before coming back to the one who listens. Flashes into snow before becoming the one who watches. Flashes back into his own being. I'm glad we got to meet under those happier circumstances. And I also hope the next time we meet, it's like that again, and not like the first time.
Or the second.
Or
Me
the
too,
second.
buddy. Me too. I'm gonna do what I always do, and I'm gonna give this lovely fella a big ol' hug. But this time is better because Duan is 11 feet tall.
He is 11 feet tall, and the one who listens, still towering over Duoth, is able to wrap his arms around you fully and give you a large hug back. You feel like yourself become compressed with genuine compassion, thankfulness for hearing him out as he has heard you out. But then he takes a step back, his hands on your shoulders, and he says, "But you must go. The door awaits, and though I can entertain you for a time, there are things out here that would demand my presence be lonely again. I do not wish for them to enforce their will upon you."
Alright, shall we get going, gang? It's
Well,
been
I think,
a grand old time.
Calliope's gonna sneak over and also give him a hug because she hasn't had a hug yet.
He like kind of like leans down, and like his forearm is enough to like lean down past almost your entire body as he gives you like a little hug at his thigh. And he like gently like rubs your back, pats it a couple times, and goes, "May we meet under always good circumstances, Nami.
I hope so.
Tell your stories now. Tell your stories the best you can and enjoy one another. Listen, watch." And then like as you guys go out the door, you hear him kind of like fade out saying, "Feel, think."
Oh wait, feel, think, what else?
Feel, think,
The rest
listen, and watch.
is lost as you go through.
Wait, no! I hang back! I tell him!
Unfortunately,
I point, I'm like the one who watches! Watch me!
watch me, the one who watches, please. And you find
I'll
yourself
keep giving you a good story!
back in the market. You all look around at each other. Awa, your doorknob is in your hand. Rusted over a little bit, but still there. You hear the sounds of people going on. You can hear the man who was talking before seems to have finished his slam poetry and has exited the stage. And you three all look around at each other as if something has happened between the three of you, though you're not exactly sure what. Thoughts and remnants stick in your head, but they're not fully formed, as if like a half-baked dream.
Did we like... Do you think like the elf guy slipped something in our water pack?
No, you weren't drugged. No, it wasn't a dream. No, it wasn't a hallucination. That was real.
I didn't thought it was. It's
Yeah, if you need any clarification, just ask Jimbo, and I pull out Jimbo.
Jimbo comes out of Awa's pack and kind of gives a burp.
Jimbo, was that your first time?
Jimbo nods their head no.
Yep.
I mean,
so
I never doubted that was real. It's just different.
Yep.
No.
Oh. Interesting.
Which is strange, having lived for so long, when I said something is new.
Well, you lived for a long time, but it wasn't like you really got around there, bud.
It's true, but you don't have to say it.
Already said. Alright. Well, there's nothing much more here. I don't know about you guys, but I think it seems like the stage of song is the one to go. Oh my god, a dragon. Okay. I mean, oh my lord.
What?
Oh my
My
Ivraia.
lord, a dragon.
Oh my
Ivraia.
lord! Oh my god, there's chickens!
Oh,
that was
yeah,
not that was
chickens.
me. 100% is just me looking
There's
at chickens.
chickens!
Maybe one of them should...
I just love the like pure it was like the dog from Up going squirrel. You're just like chicken.
Okay.
Yes, I think
We have the information we need. Yeah, we have the information we need. We have to get it to the other crew somehow. Maybe, unless they're more worried about Percival. P. Kitty. P.
kidding.
Kitty. Yeah.
Where would you like to go next?
I have no idea where we're supposed to go.
Currently, it's about 6 p.m. The sun was probably setting in like the next hour or so.
Wasn't there another market that we have not checked yet?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys would want to go over there.
We can peek. We can peek for
Yeah.
30 minutes, and then I have to go to sleep.
Oh,
Yep. We're
I've
just
got a
nearing
whole
at that time. We're like, we could
ten
actually end on a good time. But if you would like, you know that there is one market still that you haven't been to. As you weave and bob your way throughout the city, trying to follow like the various confusing street signs. It's not exactly the easiest when one has never really been around a city for multiple thousand years. One is from the
What's that?
countryside, and then
What's
one doesn't know to look at signs.
What? No.
eventually-
Before describing the characters, I'm pretty sure someone described them as complicated, hard to read.
You find yourselves.
I
Pop-Up
just
Street.
wanted to make the note that as they're walking out, the West just quietly going to eye the mask replicas, specifically the Baylor masks replicas, and keep walking.
Valid?
Just a little thing. As Awa's words echo in the back of his head. Or just, questions from earlier.
Which ones?
What would you do if your boss shows up and tries to tell you what to do?
Nailed that impersonation.
Thank you.
Nailed it.
So good. I'm so talented. I don't remember your exact words, man. I'm sorry.
No, I was more the tone. I was like, I don't talk like this.
But you find yourselves here in Pop-Up Street, free to explore.
Where to?
I don't know. Where are the daggers? We need to get this information to them. That looks like a dead end.
That's an important bit to note, is that this entire time you've been looking around for the daggers, you have never come across them.
Why are they so elusive? Jesus.
Well,
I mean, Beezus.
Bees.
Bees?
The bee that died for our sins.
yes.
That was the one that died stinging the best mare.
They used their stinger to sting the sins away, and they died for it. But they came back 3 days later.
I got this. I got an image for this. Beezus.
Beezus.
Well,
I
Oh
love
my
that.
god.
Oh my
It
god.
is
I love
Beezus.
Beezus.
He loves you all. You find yourselves coming up this entryway, and you notice that there is a shop that is selling these like drinks in large plastic cups. Already crazy that there's like plastic. It doesn't feel like a thing you've really seen before. But it's
shouldn't it
filled
be
with
glass?
this colored. Sure, we can make it glass. These glass cups that have like a little lid on them though. And it's filled with this colored liquid and like little things floating inside. The one here seems to be slurping on a rather large straw through it and enjoying himself.
well,
That looks good.
you know what they say about brightly colored things? Usually poisonous. Awa feels FOMO though.
I always feels FOMO and will still sit down anyways. Did the
No,
other two
I
sit
went
down?
to keep walking. Is this not a through street?
No, that's the dead end.
I am appalled that I took the dead end while trying to avoid the dead end.
Here, I'll-
Move, loser! No. I did not say that.
You know, that reminds me of the horse saga that we saw earlier.
Oh yeah.
A little bit.
Uh-huh.
Have we told you about that?
Oh yeah, we helped
What?
a guy name a drink.
And you called it a whore, Chana?
Oh, Horthada.
Thata.
Oh, Horthada! You thought you were a whore. Okay.
Because supposedly it enhances thought or something. It was a drawing. It was 100% a drawing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, the ladies of the night are gonna get a kick out of that one.
You walk by and you see like a brilliant purple rug with a couple of these others doing yoga or like public yoga on it.
Quick
Inside there's like
question,
a
is there a
rug
rug
store.
already missing?
You do see that there's actually like an imprint of a rug that used to be here, but like the dust mark is gone.
Huh.
Are there? So what do the rugs look like?
They're like this deep, beautiful purple. They almost look like they have stars and constellations inlaid with them.
I was gonna slow down and definitely stare a little bit. They're not gonna say anything. And they might let Calliope just take a step in front of them. Calliope, take
That's
a
your
step
cue to move,
in front,
I think.
Okay.
and then realize that Calliope's caught up and just keep going.
Oh, okay.
The rugs were kind of pretty.
Yeah, they are.
Weird movements those guys were doing.
Yeah, that too.
You know, it's kind of like even here, there's stuff on here that have like stars and space themes. It's interesting.
Yeah, it looks really pretty.
Maybe it's part of their culture or something.
Or something.
Calliope's gonna whisper to Duos and be like, carpets kind of look like trees.
Wait, what? Why are you whispering? I couldn't hear you. No way.
No, they can't get it.
Those carpets kind of look like trees.
Those what?
Don't those carpets
kind
look
of
like truth?
trees.
They did.
Yeah.
They
rolls their
reminded
eyes.
me of both.
What are you guys in love with him? Jeez, all you mentioned is true.
That was a whisper.
I have no idea where we're going.
You guys just like walked past everyone you could talk to. That's the best.
I didn't know. I thought. Okay, listen. I thought they would call out or something.
No.
Okay.
I don't
fine.
see. Where is the?
I'm
Oh,
back.
I don't see her. Just
What the
walk
fuck
out.
is a? Is this a boombox?
Yeah, it's a boombox.
In these times?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're the land of the future and inventions and whatever.
Uh-huh.
If there's a place where there will be a boombox, I suppose it will be here.
You see a small wizard with a snap cap, who is writing down some lyrics as like a little beat is coming out of this aetherized mechanized production something. You're not exactly sure what it is, but it's sitting there and it seems to be producing this. And he's like going. He's like kind of nodding his head, going, "Yeah, I'm feeling the flow now."
Quite the contraption you've got there.
Yeah. No, this is a new thing I got from the Thoughtsmiths. It's here to help me, spice up what I got for the stage of the spoken word. Maybe not exactly like really the stage of song, but like something in between. People have been kind of like zoning out for my poems and stuff. So now I'm like, what if I just give them just a little bit to nod their head to? Maybe make the rhymes go along with the flow. Try and lyrically add to it.
I think that could help. Yes. We
Yeah.
were at the stage of spoken word earlier, and I think it needs perhaps a bit more showmanship, considering where we are at.
And a little showmanship's what I aim to bring. Next time I'm having there, I'm writing an entire poem right now about how one of my former friends was a fucking PDF file.
Oh my.
Oh, a PDF? What's that?
It's like this new idea that I was told about. But you want to hear the beginning of it?
Is that box saying boots and cats?
No. It says this.
Neat.
I can't get over that the last sound in that sting sounds like a Stardew Valley ghost.
What a connection to have for that. What a fucking connection.
It's a very specific sound
It's a very specific sound.
in my library of sounds. In my mind. No, I'm pretty sure the beat boots cats. Like I'm pretty sure that it's supposed to go like that.
It can. I got some other ones that go with it.
Dun 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 dun. It's kind of too slow.
Too slow? You don't think I should
Yeah.
roll with this?
Well, it depends. You definitely need variety.
Actually, wait, Butler, you're actually so right. Last time you were here, you thought it was a good idea.
Huh?
Wait, last
You
time.
helped me come up with this.
What? This is our first time in the market.
Yeah. And I'm just like totally thinking I was probably used to being framed for things. This is probably the one good time that it's a good thing, maybe.
What?
Yeah. Tell me more. What was it? Refresh me. I've had so many ideas today.
You've been rolling around with a couple. I get you. You came by like around 3 hours or so ago. I was busy trying to write my flow, and you helped me come up with like what I should add to the stage of the spoken word. Use these rhymes to go with like my box. Specifically, you helped come up with like this sting, and then right afterwards, you went and talked to that lady in the mask. That like priest of the veil. You went around like really talking to everybody. At one point, like. I'm pretty sure you also, like, tried dunking your head in the fountain, too. I'm not really sure what you were going on. Maybe you had a little too much of that new, what does they call it? Boba that they had down there?
What'd you call me?
No. It's the new drink. It's the new hip thing. Like, a new idea that just came around. You put, like, these little...
shiny drinks are?
Yeah, there's like these small berries you can get, right? And when you soak the berries in like the tea, they like kind of swell up and they become like little chewies.
Oh,
but maybe
cool.
they gave you like an alcoholic one or something, because you were like stumbling around talking to everybody you could. You were like a social butterfly. You were all loosened up and everything.
Duet looks down at Awa almost in disbelief because this is the same person that was asking him how to talk to people. And
I wish you could see my face right now at the way that my jaw dropped.
I don't think that was you, Awa.
I've talked to more people than you have, okay? Mr. I've lived long but only talked to 2. And one was a cat.
You were asking me what you should say.
I know what I said.
I'm just saying. I just don't think that was you.
Maybe you don't know me.
You're also asking about like the pop-up shop. You're asking about Cloud Space.
I keep hearing about this thing. Tell me again what you told me.
Man, you really were out of it when I last told you, huh?
I dunked my head in that fountain, man. Like, listen.
Yeah, you right for that. Okay, first, he's gonna like wave his hand in front of your eyes and go, you can like recognize this? You all good? You'll remember this time?
Just tell me what I asked you.
So, you were asking me about if Cloud Space was around here. I told you, keep it on the DL. Cloud Space is here. We're on Pop-Up Street. At midnight, the pop-up shop appears. Takes up the entire alleyway. The entire alleyway here is the pop-up shop, is the Cloud Space. When you come inside here at midnight, you'll see a store run by a different person every time. They'll have different things for you, from clothing to weaponry to tomes to anything you could feel like. All not exactly the most legal stuff. That's where I grabbed this boy here. A new thing, a new concept thought of. Wasn't really cleared yet with the whole bureau, but I wanted a little try at it, so I grabbed one at the Cloud Space.
I see. I like it.
Yeah. So if you're looking for the Cloud Space, come back here at midnight.
You got it. Yeah. It's, you know what? If it says illegal, that's probably where they are.
It would check out, yes.
Yeah.
They, by the way, they. Notice how I refer to the group. Versus you guys, who have kind of like been obsessed with an individual.
I love that.
Me were the ones who've been obsessed. Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I haven't brought whoever you're talking about up.
Uh-huh.
Well, here, who are we thinking about? Let's say it on 3. 1, 2, 3. There. Okay, fine. Okay.
Meanwhile, Bixby is looking at you guys going, so can I go back to writing? You kind of like kicks me out of my flow.
Nah, man, you'll find it again. You'll look at that last sentence and then poof.
He looks back at it, and you can see that he's kind of like confused for a second. He goes, the fuck was I on writing this shit? I'm writing this starting over. And he like crosses out. He does like that big scribble thing. Goes, nah.
I think we should let it be. We could.
Not like you can.
They don't like you.
Da, 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 da.
Hold on, here I'll move for the guard.
Is this a Kendrick reference?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a
sir.
Kendrick reference.
Okay.
That's what.
Yeah,
is.
it's the Not Like Us, right?
Yes.
Okay. I've never listened to Kendrick. No, that's
okay.
a lie. I listened to Kendrick once, and it was a different song.
That's
But
fair.
I don't know what the song is called.
That's all good. This is purely just a joke because the Super Bowl happened, and
Yeah.
like it's just very funny.
Okay.
That's why he was also saying he's writing a song to like the whole PDF file thing.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's why I think about it. I
Completely. Completely lost on me.
That's okay. That's fine.
I
That's
know.
fine. Because I know Lynn's got hit with gang. Gatsy knows it, so we chill. All right though. Bixby goes back to writing his song. He's scratched out. He's starting from the top. Is there anyone else that you guys would like to try and talk to, or with your newfound information, new plans that you would like to make? You also know that with the goal of trying to find the Veil Lords, you could go directly north and try and go to to Veos's capital.
Guys, I kind of want to do that, but I also want to hunt down this trail. Wait, sorry. Awa leans in. I kind of want to hunt down this trail. If someone is impersonating me, I need to see how much damage control I need to do. But I think the veils are very important. This is up to you. I will let you decide where we go.
Whatever you
together.
decide, Awa will go the separate direction.
No, together.
I'm kidding,
Where
I'm
we
kidding.
go together.
Together.
I have a feeling that it has nothing to do with the person impersonating you, because I have no clue who they could be. But referring to the other group, however, if we go to this cloud space place, since it's secret and whatnot, we would probably find them there. Hopefully.
Oh, they're definitely.
That's
Yeah.
what we're looking to.
That feels like the place that they would be. Maybe
Yeah.
we can go to this cloud space too. We'll see if we can find them, get what information we can. Maybe see if we can get some gear.
Share information.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I would like to ideally see if I could get something that is not the uniform I have been wearing for the past couple thousand years. That would be nice.
Yeah.
The thought strikes all of you that you are broke and poor.
How
I
are we
shouldn't
gonna
be living like this.
But you do know that, hey, or no, you don't know about the exchange thing. Never mind. You know nothing else.
I don't know anything.
We just know that you can sell ideas for IP.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No one has ever asked if there's an exchange for gold.
No, we
I won't give it up.
Can I BS this lady?
Hello, ma'am.
Oh, you're talking to her?
Yeah.
You walk up to this lady enjoying
pretty.
a small, who it seems to have just finished a small serving, and has put her mask back on her face. She is gowned in this large red robe, and she sees you three approach as she says, "Greetings, children. What could I do for you today?"
I'm.
Or like what? Yeah. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, what? More like what have I done for you?
You have given me the glory of your existence, knowing that you too wear the veil of society. Go ahead and give me a history check, Awa.
Slowly blink.
Lol. Gecko blink like one eye and then the other one.
You know that the way she's speaking identifies her as a priest of the Veil, those from the Asherian theocracy. She would be a cleric, just like you.
Ooh.
Yes. Much appreciation. Glad to be in your presence as well.
Likewise. Is there something that I could help you with, though?
We're visiting the city, and we're just a little short of pocket, and I was wondering, do you know if there's like anywhere we can like exchange money for IP or anything?
I told your friend here not but 3 hours ago, yes. You would go back to the port exchange where your ship came in.
Oh.
And she looks over towards Awa and goes, I'm sorry, child. Was I not clear when we first spoke?
You know, it's just been a long, what'd you say, 3 hours?
3 hours, yes.
It was a long 3 hours, lots of ideas. Some information might have gotten lost.
I imagine. We also talked at length about the order itself with the Asherian theocracy and what it truly means to wear the veil of society. Would you like a refresher on how the religion works?
Slowly blinks. No. Pretty sure that was
Understood.
indoctrinated pretty well.
May you all
Lie.
may you all find safety beneath the veils then. And she kind of like bows her head to all three of you.
Iva politely bows his head and then takes a step back.
Yeah, I bow my head and I scurry out.
Well, you found another piece of the trail.
We did.
Oh, one more thing, ma'am.
Yes?
Where did I go after this encounter?
You talked to one of the compatriots that I was speaking with, and you had hushed whispers before you tried dunking yourself in the fountain and heading north.
Where is this compatriot?
They left in a tizzies, shouting something about the dragons?
That's so silly. What a fairy tale. Alright. Thank you.
Of course.
Well, apparently you headed north.
After you dunk in the fountain?
Should I dunk my head in there?
I don't know. Do you want to?
Is there anything different about the water?
Do you want to investigate the water?
I will investigate the water.
Are you trying to investigate if it's like magic? Are you trying to just like see if it's like physically different? Because that would be either Arcana or investigation.
Is it physically? No, is it magical?
Is it magical? That would be an Arcana roll then.
Alright, let's go 5. Yeah, that's been the pattern. High, low, no middle.
There is a charge of aether to it. You're not sure what though.
Okay. I'm just gonna... Maybe I'll just dip my chin into the water.
Not even like
And
your
then-
finger or anything, it's your chin. It's wet. You have a wet chin now.
Well, that was useless. Who the... You know, I think I have an idea.
Bottom.
Huh?
You have...
Maybe people have tossed IP into the fountain.
Was there any IP in the fountain?
You're making me want to go back.
Do you want to go back?
You're making me want to go fish for IP.
I thought that maybe what you were gonna do.
Is there IP in the fountain?
Give me a perception check.
Oh my god.
At advantage.
Okay. Ah! Oh, thank you.
So just click the arrow.
Advantage.
Nice.
Oh,
13.
Jeebus.
Yes. You can see that there's some IP in the fountain. It seems some people
Oh my
use it
God.
as a wishing well here.
I take the IP.
Go ahead and roll me 2d10.
Oh,
I feel like I'm gonna get damaged.
This is probably how much you find.
You find 12 IP.
Nice.
Yes!
nice.
That's more than what we had than what you had before.
I love Awa like fist pumping. Yes. Meanwhile, the other group's like, okay, so we got 10,000.
Wow.
I'm truly living in poverty.
You're literally digging through trash to get IP.
I hate it here.
They got it in the market though.
Give me
Yeah.
a producer.
They sold to the
Give
right
me a
person.
Yeah.
You passed
me
the
a
producer. You passed him.
Fucking- What the fuck? Where?
Producer's back at the boulder shop, by the way. Above table.
Oh
The
my
producer's back at the
god.
shop.
It looks stupid to walk back. Ugh.
As you have reached the northern end, you can see that the sun. Here, just a second. I need to
I'm
go
so mad.
here into here. As you approach the northern end, you notice that sunset has now begun to fully set over Armagh. It being higher up in the sky, sunset happens a little earlier than the rest of those who live down below. But where one would normally think that the sunset brings quiet and solace towards a city or towards a town, here in Armagh, it doesn't. It is just as bustling as ever, if not maybe even a bit more, as people get off their work shifts. You see multitudes of crowds pouring throughout that are all dressed in either their finest, in suits and gowns, off towards different stages, or in those in their performance suits getting ready to put on a grand show for the night. Everywhere around, it seems the stages are lighting up for their very final performances before the Festival of the Veils. Is there anywhere specific that you would like to go?
I have a question as a player.
Uh-huh.
I think there's a side quest where someone wanted me to perform. What
Yes.
does that person look like?
Ooh. There was someone in here. Butler, do you remember? I believe it was Bixby.
Yeah,
But
it was
he's-
Bigsby. It was Bigsby, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you'll perform with me. We'll be like a duo or some shit like that."
Yeah,
Like
we can.
because Truth was like, "Oh, if you need
was a rap
somebody
battle.
to go with you, yes."
You're right. Okay, so we'll wind it back a little bit. Bixby, here, just a second.
I'm gonna cry.
When he's
I
like,
can't
man,
rap."
you really forgot things, didn't you? We were supposed to have a rap battle tomorrow.
on the stage of sound.
No, at the stage of spoken word.
Oh, weird to say.
I was trying their best not to cringe. We'll see. Depends if my memory's back, you know? If I'm
What do you
As
mean
light
if
as
your
my feet.
memory's back? Have you really forgotten the entire conversation? You're gonna see us there. You had me put on the show.
oh dear God.
Thank you for reminding me, Butler. Thank you for reminding me, Duoth. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, you're supposed to have a show with them.
What if I don't show up? Just hypothetically.
Well,
He'll be
then I'm gonna look like a
disappointed
fucking
other than-
fool up there with no show to have. I've been writing this entire flow for it, and then I don't know. I'm probably gonna hunt you down. You're gonna lose me out so much IP. You know how much it is to book a stage? One of the 5 stages?
Do you get IP back?
Yes! You get ticket sales, you get a percentage.
I think we should just hijack the stage of set song. Damn.
Hijack the stage of song. That doesn't happen.
I just feel like innately I would do so much better in the stage of song than the stage of spoken word.
Oh, well, then go ahead and get yourself your own performance at the stage of song. I ain't going there. My place is with the stage of spoken word. I'm here to bridge the gap to let the people know.
What time?
Tomorrow, 11 a.m.
Okay.
That's early.
When's the main performance for the stage of song?
The main performance for the stage of song, that's like an evening. That's after the entire Festival of the Veils as like kind of like concluded, because all the Veilords are supposed to be there.
Okay, I think
that's gonna be at like probably 24 hours from now, right at like 8.
I could probably make
or 6.
it then.
7. All right, you better be making it. I'll see you there, 11. Okay? I already got your name on the list, so you and probably your friends here can all get in free.
Okay.
All right, I'll see you there.
Yep.
Perfect.
Right at her.
Now, we've done that whole bit. We fast forward back to where we were. You guys are here at sunset, and you see that everyone else is going out to their various stages. Do you guys want to head to the capital, or are you trying to go to some other stages?
Capital?
Yeah, if we keep heading north, that's where the Bayas' capital is.
As you continue to head north.
I was gonna walk behind you, I think I'd just be like, how the fuck do I rap?
As you're bemoaning how to figure out how to get a flow, how to rap,
how to develop a skill in a couple of hours.
Literally overnight. You find yourselves right at sunset here at the capital's doorstep. The long bridge that goes forward, kind of like an imposing figure as you're on the lower steps of the island. The specific island that like separates the capital from the rest of Armagh itself. The capital glows a glistening gold in the last lights of the day. And just over the horizon, you can see a figure looking over. This figure seems to be clad tall, clad in a suit of vibrant popping color and a mask that is split in twain, with one side being a dark gray and the other a kind of checkered red and white. Before you stands the Veilord Veos, way up high and ready to be seen. And that is where we will end today's session. Thank you, everybody,
Show the
for
picture.
playing.
Show the picture.
Where's our picture?
Where's the picture?
Where's the
picture?
visual?
The picture. Do you want the whip or do you want the final? Because the final comes tomorrow. They said they were busy today.
I want
We'll
the
take
whip.
the whip.
Do you actually want the whip? Because I can show you the whip if you'd like.
I just want the whip.
Yes.
It does not have color on it yet, but I will show you the whip if you truly want to see the whip.
Yes.
Yes.
Here you go on stream. Is the whip of Veos. A large suit showing off his pecs. He's always up for a new idea, and you can see his hair sticking from behind it. The mask seems like it has a different emotion drawn on it every other day. In this day, it's a smile. Made me spoil the dude. The actual art is gonna be so fire when you guys actually got to see everything. You'll have to the big one. You just wait for when it's like fully colored and everything. It's literally coming tomorrow. It's gonna be great.
No, just dude, like this is mainly like the amount of detail that we see from far away, and then when we go up to him at some point, which is obviously going to happen, then we see the full detail. We're like, whoa, you are way more rendered in life.
You're way more rendered up close. But you can see that he's looking out over the city as if he's like looking for something. And that is where we will end today's session. As we come back next time, will the Pierced Hearts enact the new plan or the knowledge that they've learned and paid their penance for? Will they find the daggers when it comes to midnight and they try and enter the cloud space? What will they do tomorrow when the Festival of the Veils truly kicks off and begins? That we'll have to find out on the next session of Pierced Hearts. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for coming through and playing. I hope it was a great time for everybody, but that is where we'll be ending today's session. Yay!
Bye.
Yippee.
Yippee.
I give a little golf clap.
Woohoo.
You guys did a lot today. Hey, all jokes aside, you were very efficient. You went through and you found out a lot of
Holy
things.
shit.
And concise.
Yes.
Look what happens when you're all together doing cool stuff.
Woohoo!
Holy shit.
Woohoo!
Wow.
But
I finally got to meet the dude.
yeah, you did.
You finally what?
I finally got to meet the one who listens.
Yeah.
I haven't
It was
met.
Nami's, I
I-
believe that's Nami's first extra planar experience, besides
Yes.
like
Yeah.
seeing the smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I had the one when like our characters connected, but other than that, like I haven't had.
I don't know, the characters connected part was kind of cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was cool.
It is cool, and you guys will be able to see it again soon. As a bit to point out, the next time that you guys play, there will be a moment where we get to go over what your new season looks will be. So keep those in mind, and if you'd like to draw them, or if you'd like to have someone else draw them, whatever you like, we'll be having that as an actual in-canon bit. When you finally do get to the cloud space, or to the seamstress, whichever you like, there will be a moment where you can go, I want new clothes. And whatever new clothes you have is how we'll start off this new season. New token art, new character art, all that kind of stuff.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Fashion
until
time,
then,
baby.
fashion time. That's why they spent like an hour. They were like, oh my god, it's new season drip. Let's go.
Yeah, I remember. I was there. I almost got there in a loincloth.
You almost
For
got
a
there in the
whole-
loincloth.
For a whole season of adventuring. I
No,
think.
it was just. Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, it
Oh, no,
was. The loincloth was just for his performance tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God, because I'm like, I could not get behind a whole season just in a loincloth. Like, just for a bit, I could get, but for a
Yeah.
whole season, absolutely not.
Don't worry, it's just a bit. And in the end, he's not even being that for the bit anyways. He is going to be instead a dinosaur.
Yes.
I think it'd be really funny if he showed up with the loincloth and he's like, now for my real thing, and he rips the loincloth off in a whole dinosaur costume, like, envelops him.
It's just
And
like,
you're like,
oh,
how
now
is
it's
he-
here.
Yeah, how is he hiding that under?
Those
Magic.
Okay, but really quick, I'll be stopping the stream here, everybody. Take it easy. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Toodles.
Bye.